Like I like doing it. But sometimes I think about like what do people want to hear more or see more? Do people want to see more or hear more of a cool routine, or would they rather hear a track from me
It's just
or a
got to
new
be
track?
dope.
And also too, I think mashups. Like I think mashups and live in like I think that's like a very important thing to try to have in your catalog as a DJ because yeah, I've noticed like when I'm in the crowd as a fan and I hear a DJ like throw in like a popular vocal over
Yeah.
like an underground track and it just blends well. I just think the effort or creativeness especially like as a creative
Yeah.
it hits to me like right off the bat. And I think mashups too. I like that's something that I think like edits like DJ edits and like mashups. I think all that like really plays a big part as to people wanting to come see you because you're the person that's able to drop these exclusive like mashups that you create as a creative or edits like a lot all this comes into play like the originals, the edits, the mashups, the way you transition shit. Fuck it, you backspin like crazy and then you play the second and drop again. Like all that stuff is like comes into play as to why people. I think people like. I think for the most part, it's definitely the performance. Like I'll tell you for me, a lot of times it's definitely the track selection. Like,
Okay.
I think is important. Because I have said this in the previous episodes. Like I have forgiven shit mixing
Nah.
because it was bangers.
See, at this point,
I said at this point, oh,
Like,
shit.
It's hard. 'Cause
No,
you're
no, no.
right. And like I respect sloppy mixing sometimes if like that person looks like they're getting down and like throwing down and shit. Like the mixing is just not even the focus point at this part, you know?
I've been to some underground events where I don't want to make opinions on the people that were booked, but the mixing was it was like they had tracks to play and they played them and like everyone's fucked up and young and it don't really matter. No one's gonna call you out. Just
figure,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
play it like it's fun, like whatever. And so I've seen that be a thing. But also like I've seen some Insomniac DJs play and like the mixing is atrocious. Like play to stop. Thank you very much. Next song. Play to
Yeah.
stop. Thank you
What?
very much. This next song. And then, and then I'm
Yeah.
just like, I don't know. So like sometimes people are really there for the music. And sometimes people are really there. Like, are you watching A Track or are you watching Jai Wolf? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel you. I feel
Like that's a good like comparison, I think. Like, because A Track's gonna tear the house down, but he's also gonna like show you some techniques.
you. But then and we have some person in the middle like a James Hype, right? Like
Really great DJ.
Sick DJ.
Really great DJ.
you feel me? DJ performance wise, music, I don't know if that's his main focus, you feel me? But like he makes dope like whatever the case may be, right?
Okay.
People go
Yeah.
there for his performances, like at the end of the day. They're showing up for his DJing, you know?
He
Like,
mashes a lot of tracks together. He mashes up like that's like a great like good asset to have as a DJ
Oh.
for sure. Just to like
I
be able
saw
to blend tracks well.
TJR.
TJR,
Once-
damn,
yeah,
I
I
heard
saw-
that name in a minute.
I know, right? Yeah.
Newborn Bounce.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I saw him at the Sutra in Orange County. It used to be the Sutra, but now it got torn down and something else. I'm sure it's a different club. I'm pretty sure it's something Circle OC or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, what I noticed about him was that he was just like such a good DJ when it came to like mixing stuff, anything, because like there was the drop, there's the build up, and then which you could use anything, and then there's the drop. You know what I mean? So like like there's the 16 bar or like 32 bar or whatever, and like he would just like throw in a Skrillex sample or something like that, and then when the drop happens, like it just. But it kind of felt like he would like you're in my brain. I was understanding how he was slicing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like so that's how you serve it, like at that BPM. And those DJs are fun at certain parties. You know what I mean? Those DJs you want at Ultra. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, and I hate the whole argument that I see on social media as to how come they're booking like some DJs like all lineups should be like music artists and producers. Like
there's agencies.
But only true that. But it's like I don't really like ride on that wave because I think festivals should definitely just book music acts that make sense and like bring a good time. Like for sure, like it makes sense to bring in a sick ass DJ.
Yeah.
It's a party.
As James, it's like
Yeah.
exactly
It's a
like
party.
this ain't a producer hub,
Yeah.
bro. This ain't a
There you
producer
go.
festival, bro. Like people are here to come get entertained, and that may not be a lineup that's like full of music producers. Like you're gonna have like maybe 20-30% DJs that don't have their own catalog.
Yeah.
That's the argument that how come these people that don't have their own music getting booked for these big festivals?
We should
It's
have
like,
a producer festival then.
Ooh.
That'd be dope.
Wait. What festival are you most happy with when it comes to the booking
that's a great question.
with their track record? And also, how much time do we have?
Dude, we're
solid.
good.
We're going. Can I go to the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
handle.
I'll be
Yeah.
back.
We chilling.
for
We chilling.
So we'll wait we'll think about that question until you
sure.
get back. Okay. Biggest best lineup.
I've always said Hard Summer, and like I've always been like, yeah, Hard Summer's always been pretty good with their shit. I remember I was like, dude, they're gonna book Skrillex, and they fucking ended up doing that shit. But it's back to back 4T, so we're gonna get that country rhythm, that rhythm track that he dropped. Hard Summer has always been pretty good.
Just because I like their hip hop selection.
Hey, but going back to like music festivals and stuff, from the DJ point of view, like going to see like your favorite DJ like with their own catalog, a lot of times it was like a really harsh truth to know that they weren't like that good of a DJ. Cause like before going to see them perform, I've always had like the expectation of like, oh, they make great music. They got a DJ too.
Let me ask you-
Because we started DJing and we started producing, but a lot of these people maybe started producing first, and then like the DJing is like they're doing the shows and learning the DJing now on the go. And at the time, like it was like a harsh truth, like for me to be like, oh damn, like I thought like they were like DJing
What?
beforehand, but no, they were producers, and then now like they're getting gigs and DJing. And yeah, it's crazy from the DJ point of view to see it like your favorite EDM artist with the
'Cause we
catalog.
thought they were all DJs,
Yeah, exactly.
but they're not. Some of them are producers.
Straight producers, like no one got mixing gear, DJ gear.
All right, real quick, off topic, but it's something I just want to ask you. How do you feel? Because I don't want to ask him really, because
Okay.
I don't want to put him on spot. How do you feel like when your favorite producer puts out ass?
Like
How
it's
do you
just
feel?
like it's just like like you. I
Yeah.
can't believe you released this. Like you were like, this is the brand. Hey, back in here. I don't know, bro. I think it's look. It's safe to say
Yeah,
that
what's
we've
up?
had our favorite artists release songs that we're like, oh fuck, like there's been better songs than this for sure. But I don't know. Like I don't think
Is that the opinion right now that we're having?
No, I just want to ask him. I know, because I didn't want to put you on the spot or anything, but I was like, because I just wanted to hear his opinion, because
yeah.
I'm going through something right now. And I'm not going to put this artist on the spot,
Oh,
but
for sure.
I asked him,
Or
I
do
was
it.
like, how do you feel when your like favorite artist starts putting out ass? Like,
Like it's just like, oh damn.
Like,
this
what
is
do you
not-
do as a
this is not
fan?
it no more. Like
Move on
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah. But at the same time, that's when it's like it's time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
wait,
'cause,
it's time for the artist to like throw the gloves up, or what you
no,
mean?
no.
It's time for me to throw-
Oh, it's time for the
Their
fan
gloves.
to move on.
Like, yeah, because like, okay, I'll say a good opinion. You like Seven Lions?
Seven Lions cool.
Seven Lions is great.
Catalog.
Seven Lions is great. They have a great show coming up in LA that I wish I could have tickets for. But like their new music at these days, it's a little like they have a lot going on for them to the point where they can fund their own shit now. They don't need the support. They could have Insomniac's endorsement on things, but they're like doing their own show now as a Seven Lions show. You know what I mean? Like they have their own DJs and everything like that. It's in house. I feel like they're making their Millennium songs now. Like I feel like they're doing they're in
that phase now.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like
it's
they're
in that stage. Yeah.
they're poppier stuff. Cause like I remember Seven Lions when it was just like, what the heck is this? Like ethereal bass ass music, you know what I mean? And then there were some songs that were like a little faster or whatever, but then like there's just like dark melodic dubstep kind of, you know what I mean?
You know what I think it was?
Hmm.
I think they got the festival effect, bro. Like that's what it is. Like I think some people
good
get
for
that.
them. Good for them.
Like once you get that a whole reaction to where, damn, they're singing my music like this.
Yeah.
We're really just chilling like this right now. So, some people just like that feeling, and then they'll just keep going. Because I think that's what Seven Lions did kind of right. Like after like they've stopped making their weird music, they started getting not weird, but like I meant weird as cool, like weird cool. Like they started getting booked for more festivals and stuff, and then that's when you saw the transition of music, and that's when I was like, oh, your vibes changed, like your legit whole everything changed. That's how I felt.
There's a new set that the homie just released. Seven Lions just released.
The homie.
Yeah, he's the
the homie's gonna get this episode.
I don't know him.
We're gonna get free tickets to the Seven Lions show. We're gonna email them this podcast episode because we're promoting the show. Hey, go check out Seven Lions at their upcoming show. We're gonna be there. Hey, shout out Seven Lions for the tickets. Hey, shout out Seven Lions for the tickets. We're gonna need 4. So.
But yeah,
appreciate it, Seven Lions. Thank you.
But the new album has some songs that are like it's like, oh, okay, you're doing those songs now. Like it's like softer, like more like a big chorus, but like softer. You know what I mean? Like main stagey.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how I feel about it. You know, I was like, okay, that's what you're doing. But like at the same time, it made me like, all right, now I know that's not what I'm looking for when I'm listening to you. I'm looking onto more music if I want like aggressive stuff. Also, which is great. I'm learning new music. Like Halcyon has great artists.
If you still want to listen to like some of their like more deep cut tracks, look at labels they release on, because they'll put out like
Halcyon's a great label.
Yeah, their weird shit or like their different shit on labels that are kind of like off brand, and then they'll release like more poppy stuff off of their like main channel and whatnot on their page, and I know that's what a lot of like artists do just so they can still get those trends.
Yeah, I went to a Halcyon party. I keep saying it, but that's why I'm saying it. And I saw Nushi, Ulasil, Musa, and I think of some other dope artists that I'm just like failing to remember at this point, but that was a great party. It was at 1720.
That sounds like a great party.
Yeah, bro. It was just
insane.
Jedwill. Yeah, it was just great. Yeah, it was great. And
hey, do we have a Nushi and Ulasal collab out there? I don't know. I want to say no, but we need one if there isn't one already.
Yeah, I mean they're out here. They're out here doing it, and so like I mean I follow that because I feel like it's forward thinking music a little bit, and it's also still wild. Like
it's still aggressive, but at the same time it's still like upbeat and happy.
Yeah, that's something like wild. Like just like
and like it's not replicable.
It's them.
It's them. Yeah,
I
can't find this sound or certain groove anywhere else. Like you got to go to this platform or this certain artist to get this particular.
Yeah,
sound.
It's like a beautiful messy.
No, that's facts. That's big.
Yeah.
And you know what it is though? I think it's because the samples that they're using and whatnot, it's hard to mix together, so it still has to, it just sounds like that because they're the first people that are like
Phonon was there too, and like he was doing some shit like like he was fucking with the tempo but hitting the cues, and it was changing the pitch, and like it was just all like.
And you just happened to
off
be there,
time.
bro?
No, I went.
He's like, no, I planned this for months in advance. Like, I knew I was coming here.
So the way I listen to music is really weird because it's all on Twitter, whatever Twitter's telling me, and I'm like, okay, that's what's up. Like,
who do you follow on Twitter?
Right now I'm a little lost.
Important.
But at that time, that's when I was like, oh shit, Halcyon's popping off, and I'm like 1720, I'm free. Okay, I'm getting a ticket, and so I got a ticket. I went, and it was just fucking. Oh my god, it was so much fun. It was great, and then all their music's great. I got a picture with Musa. That's really dope. Thank you. And like, I saw a bunch of other homies that were there. Like, basically, the bass scene went. Like,
that's bass
like Sudden Death was on stage. Like Sweet Tooth is on stage, and that's just like name drop. But like those like the people that are doing it now, like they were all there, and I was just like, it just felt cool. I was just like, fuck yeah, I'm getting down. And yeah, great show, great artist. Look him up.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Please.
Have you been to EDC Las Vegas?
That's a funny question. So that's a long story too.
Well, let's make it like real quick. Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right. So you recently went to EDC Mexico.
Oh yeah.
Very different or pretty similar?
Holy shit. They have a Dos Equis stage.
Let's go.
They have
got a Dos Equis
Equis
stage.
They have a Dos Equis stage. It's
Let's
like
go.
it's the two X's, like just in LEDs.
Bro,
like,
is it all ages?
yes,
Dude,
it's all ages.
That shit's crazy,
so
bro.
the thing is,
I'm done.
it's in the city of Mexico, in Mexico, in Mexico City. You know what I mean? I meant to say, and like it's actually right next to where there's a big soccer field, and there happened to have been a soccer game during the first EDC day.
Oh my god.
So like,
Lit.
it's like kind of that area of the continent is like a hub for all of the entertainment because there's not a lot everywhere, you know, which is like you got to think about the magnitude of the culture and like you got to be open-minded about it. Like people are getting down to like they're happy to get down, you know what I mean? And it's fun. And it's all ages still. So like there's babies, there's whole families, there's abuelitas everywhere. Like
so you saw like a very diverse age group.
Yeah. Like there's like the dudes with the homeboys with the cowboy hats with their baby walking around, like and like
Next year, bro.
Let's go.
I'm gonna produce some bangers. We're gonna play. Fuck
the
that.
snacks are like they have like cup of noodle ladies. They have like
churros.
churros, donuts, like everything. Like it was really funny.
And you went out to perform too.
Yeah, and here's the funny thing is that I'm kind of married into the company a little bit. Like literally, it's weird to say that, but like my wife, Samantha Sapphire, she has been a Stiltwalker for them for 7 years, and like I PA for her sometimes. Like PA means I'm like making sure she don't fall, making sure she gets what she needs, making sure that she's out for her time that she's out because she's out there being a character and she doesn't know what time it is.
All these like Insomniac festivals, like Beyond, like she does all these festivals. Or?
In the context that I'm speaking of, like private gigs. Sometimes there's like small restaurants that are like clubs, and she'll be like the Stiltwalker for the night, like when they have bottle service and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like parties, like boom, ding. You know what I mean? Like. But anyway, don't get demonetized for that.
An hour and a half in this
shit. But anyway, like she was like, you know, you can get paid for this. Like with Insomniac, you want to work? Because also she misses me while she's at work and she gets to do the festivals. And so I was like, okay, I'll be a PA. And so I signed up and she got me in a little bit. And it's been awesome because they assign you with a group. And so I was in charge of the puppets, like in EDC. For my first
in Mexico?
Yeah, no. In
Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas, my first gig that I ever worked with the company was working as a PA to watch over the people that had the puppets, which are the butterflies and the flowers.
Oh, okay.
So I was in charge of making sure that they were on time. And then you know, you have to preserve a certain level of magic. It's just like Disneyland. You know what I mean? Like I'm probably getting in trouble talking about this, honestly. I hope I don't.
No, it's crazy. No, it's just crazy.
But like don't kill me, Miss Easy. But but like you have to preserve the magic, so that's your job. You know what I mean? And then also you have to make sure everything's on time, because so it's like very professional in that way. You know, there's a wide awake policy. You can't be high, you can't be drunk, you can't be nothing like that. Like you are on it. But like, and that was when I first started working there, and through that I like started meeting the family because when the pandemic happened, everything got canceled, right? Well, EDC happened in October when everything came back. Right. I don't know if you remember.
I went.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
That was my first one that I worked.
Okay.
So then EDC happened when EDC happens. So that was my second one that I worked.
That shit was hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I have stories. Oh, my God. I have stories. But after that, I did Project Z. And then I did Nocturnal Wonderland. And then I just did Beyond.
And you're working alongside with your wife.
And then to get what you're saying at, I'm so sorry to detract from what your question. I ended up doing EDC Mexico. And to do that, because I said all those things that I did, I've known the company, so they needed a performer, and you know they knew that I've worked with that department and for so long that I understand their assignment. So I'm like, yeah, I could do it. And so they're like, all right, buy your ticket. And I bought my ticket, and then so here I am. I got my passport, went to Mexico, and Mexico's amazing.
I want to go so bad.
Mexico's amazing. You got to do it.
Ages.
You
Mexico
gotta
City,
do
right?
it. Yeah, Mexico City.
Let's go, bro. Like that gives me like like LA EDC vibes, bro. That's what I'm thinking when I'm thinking Mexico. Bro.
I highly suggest flying into Mexico and staying at the damn airport that you land at. There's a hotel there.
Stay there.
Yes, stay there. And then anywhere you go, have like a van or like a thing taking your whole group of friends or whatever.
How far is it from the place?
It was like a good like 10-minute to 15-minute drive to get there on a bus.
That's
But
not bad on a bus.
the traffic is crazy in Mexico.
Damn, I feel
So
that.
that's why it's like being on a bus, like, you know, they know what they're doing, and also like that area also expects tourists. So you're kind of like, you have to operate on that level consciously, knowing that you're a tourist. You know what I mean? And that area is expected of tourists, so there could be crime, and then there could also be like things to look out for and things where you're welcome for, and you know what I mean? Like, it's interesting. But how much Spanish you know?
Spanish 3.
Okay, wait, what?
But like I'm Hispanic. Like my parents are like firstborn like Mexicans.
Same Marquez.
But I can speak Spanish, like a great conversation with somebody. Like
Okay.
in Mexico. Like I'm not
Yeah.
scared. I'm not scared to speak Spanish like, with
Okay.
somebody in Mexico.
Okay, cool.
Like,
That's good for you.
I could run that shit for an hour.
Okay, then you're good. You're
An
good.
hour. And then after that hour, maybe I start losing like some vocabulary. Like, oh damn, you're using some big ass words now. Like shit. Nah, bro, Spanish 3 over here.
Yeah, I learned really quick. And like, you just got to learn to have cash on you discreetly. You know what I mean?
Discreetly.
Yeah.
I feel
Like,
that.
I feel like
And
have
you
like,
can't be like showing your. You can't be showing
Yeah.
like, your money like that.
you got to have your broke pocket and your savings pocket. Like, your broke pocket is like, this is all the money I have, I swear. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel that, dude. Well, it's a different, especially coming from a different country. Like you always, you never know. If you never been to that place, you just never know how people are there. So you always got to be very precautious.
You're gonna get haggled. Yeah,
Shit.
but at the same time, we didn't. I mean, we went right outside the hotel, and literally in the alley, we got like bomb tacos. The salsa is out of this world. Like it's spicy, but it was so good. And then like everything's bottled. You know what I mean? All your water, you're brushing your teeth, everything's water, bottled water. And like I instantly fell in love with the soda water there because like I love bubbly water, like carbonated water.
Over there, for some reason, this is the thing in Mexico. They all love sparkling.
Yeah.
They all love the carbonated water.
Oh
bro.
yeah, me too.
That's a fucking.
I have a
thing,
soda
bro.
stream at home, but like I was over there just buying that shit. I was like, yep.
Dude, that shit's dangerous. I was starting to like that when I was over there. I was starting to get that versus actual water.
Oh,
I don't know where that stems from. I don't know. I thought that was just like something that my family liked, but I started seeing other people just order that at restaurants.
yeah,
Like, especially at restaurants when you go and you ask for a water,
yeah.
they give you carbonated water.
Yeah.
And you have to be specific with like the actual like water that you have to ask like for agua natural.
Yeah.
If you say, let me get agua, they're going to give you, for the most part, at a restaurant that I've gone to, they'll give you carbonated water.
I'll ask for mineral.
You have to ask
Yeah.
for, yeah.
So like,
You have to ask for agua natural, and they'll give you like the water that you're served like here in the United States. Like,
You're like, oh, you want hose water?
oh, you want chorro? I
Oh, you want a
understand.
stomach virus? Oh, here you go.
No one got sick. No one
clean,
got
bro.
sick.
That's
Yeah,
what's up.
but memorably, while I was in there working at EDC, because I got to work at EDC as a puppet, so I got to hold a butterfly. And which is dope because we had barricade sets. We got to be in the front like of a couple dope sets like Night Stalker, Sweet Tooth, which Sweet Tooth's a homie. Like I've known him. I've started DJing in the same groups of like the meetings, you know what I mean? To like, you know, place to resell tickets and shit like that. Like,
right.
But like Sweet Tooth like was dope to see, and it was like cool to see him out there like kicking it, like cheering Grocery Boys, like just like fucking like just like
shout out Sweet Tooth and the Grocery Boys.
Yeah, fucking shout out. That they have a lot going on. You should definitely follow them if you're into bass music because they're definitely what's going on right now. But
Well, what's going on right now in Mexico? Like you went to EDC Mexico. What's going on over there? What's like? Because over here, I like to think it's kind of divided in bass community and house community. Over there, what do you think is like the popular sound? Is it house music? Is it dubstep? What was it that you felt when you?
they
went
were
to-
all down for it. No.
They were all down for
No.
everything.
The thing
Right.
about Mexico is that they're very enthusiastic about it because it seemed like it was the only place where they had that outlet.
I feel
And
it.
so like the whole continent comes together to it.
Do you feel like a lot of that music that they heard was very new to them, just because it's just that one outlet?
No,
that they
because
have?
there's a lot of music that they knew because they reacted to it.
Or,
You know what I
okay.
mean? They were into it, like the bass music, especially the bass music. Everyone went nuts. Like
Someone tell me that bass music specifically in Mexico City,
they love the aggressive
it's
shit.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, especially like metal. Like they love the aggressive shit. They love headbang.
Sure. Yeah.
Fucking-
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro,
like
my cousins over there, they all he listens to is like the heavy rock metal.
there was this dude with the Mick Thompson mask, like from Slipknot, and like, but it was all spray painted. And he had like green dreads, and like he was just walking around with a jumpsuit. Like he was just all crazy looking, like really enthusiastic. And I kept walking by and seeing him, but I kept being like, "Fuck yeah!" Like fist, like pumping. In Mexico, all you need to do in a crowd is go, "Hey, hey, 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 hey," and like everyone's just like, "Hey, hey," like yeah, like literally, like it was so much good energy, like reciprocal energy. Like everyone's literally there to have a good time. But it ends at 2, and everyone's getting drunk. Oh my god! At this one stage, there was a huge building to the right. It was a 3-story takis building, all blue LED lights, like a blue LED taki building. I was just like, what the fuck? Like it's just takis. It's just like the big big sign.
I
It's
didn't know those were
takis, like
Mexican.
like a branded
Like-
building.
yeah.
I thought
But
that was some white people.
no,
shit.
it was like
They
a
have a
special
taki
VIP
stage?
bar, like, but like it
Oh.
was like a 3-story, so you can go up there and like watch the stage.
That's
Takis
crazy.
on
But
the
like it's a
front.
big sponsored like takis building.
Yeah,
You're like,
dude.
whoa.
I love these songs. God damn.
And then yeah, there's a Dos Equis stage. It's like 2 giant X's.
We got a Corona stage.
And
Yeah.
we have a Red Bull. stage.
Ah.
That's
No,
what we got.
it's got nothing.
They got a
They
Dos
got-
Becky stage, bro. I'm jealous.
On brand, bro.
The Dos Equis stage looks like a WWE like backdrop. Like the way that it's just 2 big X's. Like it's just and then like some of the artists they had. Okay, the whole day on that stage it was like
Oh.
That shit.
but like whatever the beat was, and sometimes they had like vocalists on stage with a bunch of backup dancers that were theirs, they weren't ours. And so like it was just a lot of flavor in that, like a lot of hip movement, a lot of getting down, a lot of just no one. Here's the thing I noticed the difference between LA and Mexico. No one was too cool. In LA, there's a lot of groups sometimes you can walk by and then they're just like, fuck are you? And you're like, all right, whatever, fucking you're a bad vibe, whatever. Like, but like in Mexico, everyone was just like, yeah,
They're all
like,
in.
yeah,
They're all in,
like
bro.
everyone was just happy to be there.
And I'm noticing a lot of people that are from the United States going to EDC Mexico. So it's also the locals there interacting with Americans, and
Yeah.
it's just like that, like the new faces that they get to see. Like
Yeah.
it's like that combined energy. Like you said, like you're not getting like these LA vibes. Like it's just like a blend of not United States at all. Like you're going
Yeah.
into Mexico and yeah. So would you say the experience is really different for sure?
It's very
Like
different.
from EDC
So
Vegas versus Mexico, completely different.
So different. So different. So different.
Which one do you like
completely.
more?
That's a great question.
Ooh.
He said Mexico all the way.
for
Let's
the
go.
for the first time raver to go into the first festival, what would you suggest them go to? The EDC Mexico or EDC Vegas?
In my biased opinion,
Yes.
Mexico, because it reminded me of when like the energy when I first went to EDC. The production wasn't as crazy, but it was still crazy. But the EDC in Vegas, nothing tops it. Like it's huge. There's so many things. There's like a downtown city. You know what I mean? Like there's a big, huge, appropriate stage for everything. You can get lost. I know the layout because I've worked there a few times already. But
got
like
lost.
at the same time, I barely now know the layout. Like
I was lost my first hour at EDC.
yeah.
Legit, I was lost. I was like, I don't know what the fuck.
I feel bad. I ran into Tsunami, the DJ. I love her. She's great. She's a great artist. And she was lost with her homie, and he was mad. And they were like, "How do we get to the compound?" Like, because there's a spot where they're supposed to be.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize it was supposed to be behind the main stage, so I just kind of like pointed them in a direction. Like they would have told them where to go, But like afterwards, I'm like, I could have been more helpful.
Have you been able to meet like some of your favorite artists?
Yeah,
working
yeah.
for Insomniac?
I've met, specifically through Insomniac, Tsunami, just because I was right by HQ where you like run into, and like she was right there. She was basically in a section that was called the Oasis, where like they have like the screens and like a bunch of like bean bags and like shit you can lay on if you're like having a bad time, but you don't want to miss the show. Like it'll have like a video of Circuit Grounds. You know what I mean? So you can watch Dead Mouse play while you're like having a bad time.
Trying to get yourself together. And
yeah, you're like, oh, like, or like your homie, you know what I mean? Like you take your homie there because they need to have a good time, but you don't want to miss the set, you know?
Sure, yeah.
But Ground Control is awesome too. Ground Control, shout out. They help you get there. But they're the people in the purple shirts. Anyway, I've also met... What's cool is one of the people that I work with is seeing Dirty Phonics.
Oh shit!
So like, so sometimes, or one of the dudes there. So like, I'm not saying any names. You know what I mean? But like, that's like you know what I mean?
Or 2023, it could be all of them.
Bunny, you know, like, yeah. I mean, hey, I'm with it. Bunny from Rabbit in the Moon, like he's close with the company, so like we tend to run by him. There's a dope dude named Thor who's the video guy. Yeah, he's like the god of thunder. He's like this big dope buff white dude with dreads, and he's like got the big mechanic camera. So if you run into him, he's taking footage. But like I don't know, Insomniac's got a bunch of I ran by Wax Motif on accident. So like I was walking up and I had the White Queen and the Cosmic Kitties, which are dope characters by Insomniac, and I had to make sure that they were on time at their point. And Wax Motif was standing right here, like 'cause there was a way that we had to walk there, and I didn't realize it was him. And I was just like, oh, excuse me, sir. Like, I have to, blah, blah, blah with the flashlight. And they're just like, oh, yeah, he moved. And then, like later on Instagram, I was like, oh, that's how he looks like. Like, that was him. Like, like fuck. I feel like he was nice. I'm
trying to figure out if I ever had a situation like that where I came across somebody and I didn't recognize them. And then later on, I was like, oh, damn, I came across this person.
I just remembered something too late right now. The same festival, Beyond. I was backstage of the hardstyle stage. Sub-Zero project was going on.
Like what was like the bass con stage?
Yeah, it was like don't. You know what I mean? The bass con. Yeah, Sub-Zero project is dope. And Pixel Terror was back there with a homie. And the funny thing is, I have to get my credentials the same time all the guests get their credentials, like influencers and other DJs who aren't playing and like just going there for fun. So we see each other a couple hours before, but like this isn't my first rodeo. So he's been like he's local, so he's been there a few times. I feel like we've run into each other a few times, and then so we were just backstage, like the only guys backstage, and they're just like, "Hey, yo, what's up, man?" Just like dap you up, like I was just like. Like they tell you don't talk to artists, like don't abuse the fact that you're working there to talk to people. Yeah. But like it was one of those moments where like hey you know what I mean, like, and so it was just funny. They're like, hey, what's up, how's it going, like blah blah blah, and I just felt so out of place, like I had no right to say anything. Like but
just
like
work here, bro.
yeah and then fucking I know, dude, I seriously I ate shit right after that. I fell. It was about time to tell my performers they moved, but it was about time to tell my performers to go up, and I did. And I had to. The other ones went on the other side, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot to tell them what time." So I ran, and those things that cover the cables were right there, and I ran and. Yeah, that was a fun night, but yeah, I met him, Pixel Terror. He's dope. What's his name? Bentley. Yeah.
Oh, so this is when it was the solo project now?
No, yeah.
When there's the duo.
Like last weekend. Like at Beyond. Nice. Like he was just like, what's up? Dap me up. But that was awkward.
Hey, now that happens. Hey, Carlos was there. We went to the Comedy Store in
Comedy Store. Right? I love the Comedy Store.
And we went to check in to get our ticket or whatever to check in, right? Yeah. And it was a girl that's on a podcast that I listened to.
Annie Lederman?
Nah. So I don't know if you watch Bad Friends.
Yeah.
So
Rudy?
Juicy Jesky Johnson, the new girl that they got on.
Okay.
She was revival.
Hey, so she was there, the one checking in tickets and stuff. And she checks in the tickets. And I'm like, hey, you're from, and I just freeze up. And I'm just like, nah.
Oh
Like,
my God.
I'm like, you're on the podcast I listened to. And she was like, oh, thanks, dude. And I'm just like, and I turn away and just walk away. It was,
That's awesome.
bro, I've never, like, that's never happened to me before in my life. And I've talked to, like, my favorite producers, but this was just weird. It's like, you're on a podcast that I like, and I'm freezing. Like, it got me weird. Like, it really hit me. I was like,
shit, right?
I didn't know that feeling before.
Fat boy blacked out.
Yeah.
You fainted in a way, you know?
Like, in my mind, that shit went a lot smoother. But then when it really happened,
I had that moment at Comedy Store, but like the way I look like I'm in a band, right? I'm hanging out on Hollywood Boulevard, right? How many venues are on that street? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
a bunch of like
just
big
came from
venues.
any
You know
of
what I
them.
mean? Exactly. So sometimes people make assumptions. You know what I mean? Immediately about who you are. I was there and Bill Burr dropped in randomly, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Because all we know, because what you should do at the Comedy Store is, if you like, they sell tickets, right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that are tourists that just leave early, so they need to fill the seats up. So sometimes if you show up with a girl or whatever, they're like, just get in the chair, and order 2 drinks. You know what I mean? So like you can get in for free. And so I would do that. If you show up last minute, sometimes you can get seated. And we showed up. Bill Burr showed up. We're like, fuck yeah. We saw Bill Burr at the Belly Room, like small room. And like I went like, yeah. And then he was like, that guy really wants me to know who he is. Like I was like, oh, I felt called out. Like and but like I went to the smoking section, and there he was with a cigar. He tried to smoke one of his cigars that he talks about smoking. And then he just saw us right there, because me, my homie, and my other homie, 3 long-haired Mexican dudes, you know what I mean? And he's like, so what's up? Who are you guys? Like, what are you guys in a band? Like, what are you doing here? Like, I was just like, oh my God. Like, I know Bill Burr loves metal bands. And I'm like, no, we're just not just a couple dudes. Like, we're not in a band. He's like, you in a band? Like, I was just like, oh my God, he's asking me, like, if I'm in a band. Like,
you should have just started plugging music right away.
Imagine if I told him, oh, I'm a DJ. Be like, Christ. Like,
you should have, bro. You could have been a bit. You could have been his next bit, bro.
Oh no! I saw him make fun of someone vaping in that set, so I immediately was like on guard. Like,
I'm not pulling out my.
I would want Bill Burr to roast on me.
Oh,
yeah. Wait.
No, when he called me, I was like, that guy wants me to know who he is. I felt like I got roasted in that moment because he pointed me out in the crowd. I was like, look.
See, that's happened to me, but it was a good thing, you know.
What happened?
I had a blunt or a joint on my hair or on my ear, right?
True story. I was there.
Ooh.
And there was a girl comic. I don't remember her name, but she was like, "Oh, is that a blunt in here?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Hot." And I was like, "Hey."
It's funny because the way she said it, she played it out as if like she was trying to say it to herself, but she said it in the volume as like you heard her, but it was like. She was talking to herself, like thinking thought, but she was like, yeah, like she had a mic, and that shit was, yeah, it was funny. That was funny.
She got my follow on Instagram, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the only time I ever gotten like starstruck over someone, and in all reality, like that person wasn't even someone like super high up on like my favorite artist. There's just a comedian, like new comedian, you know, and.
I think I was starstruck that night too, bro. Remember I ended up seeing that one.
Oh yeah.
Bro, like just on that street in Hollywood, bro, you just run into anyone that's just in the entertainment business.
Yeah. I dated a girl that'll teach you that. That's in the wrong way.
Facts. No, I
dated a girl that was the guitarist of Corey Feldman's band when he was doing that cringy shit on TV. But I mean, respect to him, but everyone called it cringy, so I objectively will say it that. But yeah, I've seen the dark side of being out in LA at 2 a.m.
Shit could get fucking sketchy for sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of people that are like need attention that, you know, you'll give them attention and out there, you know, and that's how it goes.
Well, hey, let's talk about dark events, man.
Hey, yes.
Yeah, because that's something that you've been doing in Pomona.
What do you want to know?
Well, dude, let's talk about how the first show went, man. Like,
well, this isn't our first show. We've had a few before the pandemic happened, and then literally the day before the pandemic was announced, we had our last show before that happened, and then you know, I think we've done another one since then, a really small one, but it's basically a showcase, an artist showcase that's kind of not club format. You know what I mean? So like club format, by what I mean by that is like there's a pressure on getting people there. You know what I mean? There's a pressure on the building being open. Like the bar needs to expect $5,000, like at some places, just to be operable. That you need to be bringing in, and if like there's no people there, they'll close your event at like 11. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not one of those places. We're trying not to do that, and in that. We also like to have like artists, like actual people who make art or like ceramics or like things that you could buy, like cool things for the house. And it's mostly a goth event. Pomona has had a goth history. Like there's a lot of people who are punk, a lot of people who love the Misfits. Christian Death has origins in Pomona, and like
what Christian?
You know Christian Death, the band.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I thought that was a genre, bro.
Like, explain that a little more. I was like, wait, there's sacrifices going on over there.
Christian
I'm glad you said something because I was thinking it in my head.
Christian Death's like an old school like punk band.
Oh,
like
word,
old,
okay.
old, like not punk band. I'm sorry, old school goth band. I said that wrong. I'm a little, you know, but that's the dude. Trigger warning, committed suicide and with the Mickey Mouse tie apparently. But like the thing was though, he lived in Pomona, and like Pomona has the Glass House, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Glass House has been a spot that has always had music, like punk bands, rock bands, metal bands. It's always been a spot. You like Circus Survive, Anthony Green? Anybody?
You know, they don't come from
Seosin? Okay, so like
Sing a song.
Nah. Hold on.
He said, you know what? Let me say another shit real quick.
But because demonetization, whatever. But no. But like that, like
oh yeah, definitely.
That spot has like a okay, you know, like Under Oath. That band ring a bell?
Nah, bro.
Okay, like
no, these
how old are y'all?
no,
Wait a
these
names
Names in my
I
head.
just turned 27.
Okay, that makes sense. How old are you?
26.
Oh,
Okay. Guess. Guess.
Okay.
I think you look mid 20s, bro. 25, 26.
Okay.
Oh, you laughing, bro? Nah, hell no.
I'm gonna go 32.
Yeah, I'm 33.
Oh,
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. You look younger.
No, I graduated 2007. Yeah.
I was an 8th grader, bro.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, so like the pop culture references that I'm making aren't really hitting the same. So when I talk about this goth thing in Pomona, the like in the era that was like the 2000s ish, like whatever, like do you remember Necromantics? Like Psychobilly? You remember all that?
Yeah, I know Psycho.
Like yeah, like
you know,
that.
in Pomona specifically too. That's when like the whole like graffiti like wave was going on.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
There's just a lot of real. Globe. You remember Globe clothing store? in
Yeah.
Pomona?
I
Okay, that was where you bought your rave tickets.
Oh,
and you would buy your tickets.
Yeah. Okay. This is only clicking to me because I have older cousins that lived in Pomona, and I remember going there and them saying, "Oh yeah, we got to go get our tickets for this at Globe."
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, like you wait for you can get a nocturnal ticket for $20, $25.
That
Day
sounds
of
nice.
$45. EDC $45 back then.
At Coliseum?
Yes. That's how. Yeah.
For 3 days?
Yeah. No. It wasn't 3 days back then. It was 1 day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then it wasn't 2 days until the rush happened when everyone like rushed the Coliseum and then like fucked it up with Lil Jon was like stop rushing.
Hey, if you guys go on YouTube, you put EDC Lil Jon. Yeah, you'll be able to see that video. Everyone's just going.
That scene girl with blood on her face.
Oh shit, I didn't even see
It was
that.
just like, no, it's terrible. People died, I think.
That was crazy.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Rest in
Oh,
peace,
yeah. But like at the same time, Cascade brought it back and Deadmau5 with the K5.
yeah.
They did a whole show there, which proved that they were like, okay, we can fill this out, just us. Here comes Hard Summer.
Yeah.
That's
hell
part of the
yeah,
stage
bro.
now.
Oh,
They're bringing
hell
it back.
yeah.
It's Hard Summer's gonna be like the old school EDC on steroids.
I'm glad. I hope so.
Yeah.
That's why I bought my ticket.
I'm
For sure.
kind of look
You going?
as excited as I am for it because there's hip hop acts. is gonna be.
Oh,
dicey,
it's gonna be
bro.
good.
It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be dope as fuck. But there's gonna be a lot of types.
ISO,
of people
EXO, and Knock 2. That's all I gotta say.
Day 2,
Like,
right?
Yeah. Oh my god. No, each day I think. I
Bro,
think
for
once
hip-hop,
on each day.
Ludacris. Bro.
Oh yeah. It wasn't last time you saw Ludacris.
In
I don't
that
think-
Fast the Furious movie.
I don't know. I just feel like that's just like an event, bro. I don't think I've seen Ludacris on lineups like to. I don't know, bro. Like Ludacris been busy acting. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what he is like
Yeah.
on the #1 spot. Hell yeah.
You said Fast and Furious.
It was the last time I seen it. Man.
Yeah, Too Fast, Too Furious.
Last time I saw him was Def Jam Vendetta. Like,
That game was the shit.
I heard they're bringing it back. I heard they're bringing it back. I mean, people need
I want
money.
it. If they're bringing
I
it
want
back,
it too.
I'm on it, bro. Like,
You hearing?
That's no, yeah. That was.
I want to see
Takashi.
Tekashi 6ix9ine beating up Eminem.
I said Takashi. Like,
Because the
and it's funny because he probably will be on that shit too.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be a
And his
streamer.
stats are gonna be all the way zero.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
For
I
sure.
want to see Travis Scott and Playboy Cardi.
Oh my god.
Travis Scott and Tory Lanez. That's what I want to see.
What's up?
Oh shit.
They almost. I don't know if you guys know this. They beefed and they almost like fought and whatnot. There's like a whole. There was a whole Twitter thing going on. There's like a video of them in like a trailer. And Tory Lanez like, all right, bro, I'm not here to talk. Like, if we fighting, we fighting. Everyone get the fuck out. And he's like, bro, like, we just didn't talk. And like, basically, Travis Scott like kind of backed out of it. Yeah. So I'm trying to see that in Def Jam. You feel me? Like,
Took his
let's go.
McNuggets and left.
Nah, yeah, you said I'm making my Happy Meal. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Sprite's pretty dope at McDonald's, apparently.
No, it is. It is. Honestly, I'd pay an extra $1 if I could get a 2-liter Sprite bottle that said McDonald's Sprite.
All right.
I'd pay extra for that. For sure.
Well, it's a juice that they put in these like.
I think it's the tap water.
The carbonation.
I don't know.
I think it's the carbonation. That shit's crunchy. Crunch.
That's crazy. You say carbonation because most people talk about the flavor, but the carbonation makes the flavor too. So
I'm
it's
just like,
yeah,
want to drink
that
it.
shit is just
It comes from that tap water, bro.
comes in
I'm
hot.
telling
Bro.
you.
Yeah,
Damn.
no, carbonation is a big thing. No, especially in Mexico. Fucking carbonated water.
Why do you think it's so good?
Yeah.
Damn, I
carbonation.
forgot the name, but of like, yeah. Okay, that's another thing about Mexico. Just that, I mean, I don't want to like go off too much on a tangent, but
No,
like
go on another tangent.
the great thing about being there and the other places that we went to is that like it made me realize how much Pomona is influenced by Mexico. Like literally the way that the bodegas and their liquor stores are painted, the way that they are, the way that they're that are the shit that's in it, the what's in it, and like all like I didn't see a single new thing in Mexico. I'm like, oh yeah, we have this in Pomona because there's people that are from Mexico that go to Pomona to sell their shit, which is what people in Mexico do to survive.
Right.
I saw cities that are like you could just like with cinder blocks like create a little bodega next to your house.
Right.
And then you buy a shitload of Coronas, you buy a shitload of takis, and you have a shop.
Yeah. Dude,
So if someone's driving by, you need some chips? Yeah, I'll buy some chips. You know what I mean? Like, but that's how it is. Like, I saw a dude who had alfalfa, like all cut up, and they was just walking by, like, hey, anybody need alfalfa hay? Like, just for any reason, because for livestock or for whatever. There were people not even using power tools. They just had donkeys cutting grass. Like, like it was crazy dope. Like I saw like man-made dams, like people like out there just like putting like blocks of wood to like stop and block a flow of water and shit to their crops or to their area. You know what I mean? So they can make it die or make it grow. It was just crazy. But like the prospect that I did see reminded me of what I saw of the Ma and Pa in Pomona. And like right when we came back, all of our friends from Insomniac were like, I miss those chips. I went to the bodega right down the street and found the same damn chips. No. They're like paque tacos. Like PAXAE or a PAXE like TA like tacos, like whatever. It's like a mix purple bag, but it's all hot Cheeto, but it's like every shape. And like it's so good. But like they only had it in Mexico or places that buy shit their shit from Mexico. And like, I don't know, it's just dope. It made me appreciate snacks. Like I started eating cup of noodle again. Like,
Oh, did you see Cup of Noodles coming out with the breakfast noodle?
Oh, for real?
shut up.
I swear.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, is them? What kind of
It's
flavor
breakfast
is that?
flavors.
Breakfast.
Like,
So how does that taste?
It's like
Like, I
bacon
put egg in it
and
already.
something like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Hold up.
we got. I'll show you the pictures after shit.
With
But
water? I don't know about shit.
all right, let me ask you guys this.
that's too much.
When was the first time? Or maybe it's not enough.
Yeah, I know, right?
When was the first time you guys went to a drive-through liquor store?
Drive to the liquor store? I used to live from by one in Diamond Bar. And
We go ahead.
no, and in Pico Rivera, I used one probably like 3 years ago.
Okay.
So that was it.
What about you?
I think the last time I went to one, if I'm not mistaken, was in Redlands.
Oh,
I
Redlands?
think Redlands have like their,
They got that.
they got like their like convenience stores where it's like drive-through. Like you pull up and you. I think we might have been to one.
Horse accessible.
I don't know. I think they could have been like, yeah, in Redlands. I think that was the last time, but it was like a while ago. It's been like more than a decade. I think.
I didn't know they were a thing until I moved out to Arizona, and they have them all over the place.
Ooh, Arizona's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was driving Lyft for a while, and some dude that I picked up, he was like, "Hey, can you buy me some alcohol?" And he was like, "I can't buy alcohol." He was like, "I don't have my ID or some bullshit like that."
Wow.
Well, he was an older dude.
You better text that fool.
He was an older dude. He was like, "Look, I just want these little like wine coolers, and then you can have the rest of the money. You give me $50." And I was like, "I
Damn.
bet."
Wow.
And the wine coolers only came out to like $15 or some bullshit. So I was
Shit.
like,
Oh
Wow.
yeah, run that.
I bet. And I'm getting the cab fee. Like, oh, you got me. That was a good tip. That was a good tip. I was like, I was like, you're not about to go like do some crazy shit now. Like, are you? Like, alcohol's not gonna just send you. You're not an alcoholic or anything, you know. Like, I'm not gonna set you over the edge, you know. Like, as long as I'm not doing that, I'm cool. But he seemed like a well put together guy. He was wearing a suit.
Oh, yeah.
He was wearing a suit. I picked him up
Okay.
out of a
Well
pretty
dressed.
nice building. He had dress shoes on, bro. Like you know.
Yeah.
He was just like, I don't have my wallet on me. Like, can we just pull? I was like, all right. He gave me $50. Like,
I mean, shit.
someone would be like, here's 20, you know, and then keep the change. Now he gave me 50. Like,
Yeah, word.
That's
Like he
respectable.
could have given you 30.
Damn.
Like he was like, here's 50, bro. I got you.
no, yeah. I don't
I
know.
wish we had those here.
More.
Where we're at,
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's pretty convenient because even outside of that, I've noticed a lot more people using like drive-through a lot more these days
Yeah.
than getting out and really like.
I don't like getting out.
What are you eating these days?
Drive through.
Drive through? But when you order, what are you eating?
So.
Chicken.
I'm eating a lot more chicken.
Chicken.
Del Taco, yeah.
Oh, okay. Del Taco's great. I haven't had it in a minute because
Crispy
my
chicken tacos,
wife's a hater on it a little bit.
Like, she probably likes Taco Bell.
She's a Taco Bell girl.
I feel it.
all the
you gotta
way.
choose a side when it comes to that.
But you know
war.
what fucked
I'm
me up?
sorry.
I'm sorry, but go on before
No,
I.
no, no. I
before
said I'm sorry.
expound.
You said she's a Taco Bell girl.
Yeah, no, exactly. But you know what's love? Meet
You said,
meet
what's love?
meet them halfway.
Let us know in the
so-
chat, Del Taco or Taco Bell.
Oh, and or in the comments, shit.
Or in the comments. too, yeah.
But Taco Bell used to always give me a stomach ache,
Same.
and then I used to like kind of be a vegetarian-ish, and then she's a vegetarian, and so what she does is she substitutes the ground beef with refried beans. I didn't think of that. And so anything that has ground beef, I just substitute with refried beans, and I get that Taco Bell flavor. And I get that like cheap price. I get what I want, and I don't get a stomach ache. And it turns out the ground beef was fucking me up.
That's what it is.
And but like also the thing in the beans that I taste most is cumin. So if I'm making beans at home, just make sure that that has cumin in it, and like you're getting what you're looking for. You know what I mean? If you want to be cheap about it, you know what I mean, affordable. But regardless, I don't get stomach aches no more.
Nice.
That's our cheap food.
That's good.
Like my wife literally knows our directions based off of where the Taco Bells are.
I feel that.
She's a beast.
Yeah, I know my direction where the Del Taco's at. You know.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Honestly, I think they're both trash.
You think Del Taco is trash?
The only thing I'll get from Del Taco are the fries and then their fish tacos.
Yeah, the fries are pretty easy.
You don't like the hash browns and the breakfast?
And Del Taco? I never had the breakfast. Pretty good.
The hash browns and the breakfast are nice. If you
Better
like,
than McDonald's hash browns.
they're better than Burger King's. I'll say that.
That's not saying much at all.
I live by a Del Taco, so I live a little bit by it. They had the cheesecake bites. Those are that's,
You know what?
that's an unsung hero right there.
I've
Salute.
been noticing that like at all the chain like fast food places, they usually give me some type of problem like when after I eat. Like I can't do Jack in the Box
In what
no
city?
more. Everywhere. Like I feel like no matter what, the chains just have like the same frozen processed food that they give to like all the other chains, right? So like I've been going to like the local fast food places because you know how like in your local area you'll have like
Like a Joe's 15.
yeah or some bullshit like that. I've been going there because everything's
hell
more
yeah.
fresh and stuff
So
like that.
I'm chicken strips all day at those
There you
places.
go.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
Chicken strips, whatever the heck is the fancy shit. Sometimes they have shrimp.
But they just like you could just tell like their burgers are kind of more fresh. Like it's just I don't know. They're not keeping like their meat frozen for like year on ends and then getting it shipped over to their location and shit.
Yeah.
Like that. Like it's totally a difference. And honestly, I'm saying that now because there's a new fucking local one that just opened down the street on Paris and Sunnymead, right there next to the Denny's. It used to be like a bank, but they switched it out. Now it's like a fucking restaurant. Fire. Fire.
What do you get?
I seen it literally yesterday and went there this morning.
But like, what do you get?
This morning I got their biscuits and gravy with eggs and sausage. That was like one meal. Only $10, but we can't beat that.
What's the place called?
I have no fucking idea.
Okay, so in Upland, I did the same shit, but it was a Connell's.
Connell's?
That was the name of the place. And yeah, it was my like pancakes and eggs and type place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like spot. You gotta have one of those. You gotta support him.
Look, and you know what? I know it was new. I knew it was good when I pulled in,
Jowls.
and all the parking spots were filled, and there was like 7 cars in the drive-thru, and I was like, "This is the spot." I was like, "This is where I'm eating this morning. This is it." Like, even if it's not good, all of us ate some shitty food today. You feel me?
We're on this together.
Yeah. You feel me?
So wait, how do you feel about Tommy's?
I fuck with Tommy's.
Fuck with Tommy's.
I fuck with
You
Tommy's.
been
Is that's like the chili?
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Follow the Instagram app because it'll tell you what days you can do like a buy one get one free.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah,
Is this Tommy's? Yeah, like right down.
Tommy's
right
great.
down, like
That's
this-
an LA tradition right there. It's garbage, but it's our garbage. Like we need to live on. Like, have you had Roscoe's?
Yeah, a couple times.
What's your opinion?
Roscoe's good. I like the waffles more than I like the chicken.
It's not
The
the,
flat
best soul
waffles?
food, bro. You can
Why?
have better soul food.
Why?
'Cause I've had good soul food.
Why and where?
Okay, so I lived in Arizona for a little while.
Okay.
They have this place called Lolo's out there.
Lolo's.
So is it
Ridiculous,
like
bro.
just like a open at like a place that's just doing their thing? They have like the things full of food.
no?
in it?
They're like an actual like restaurant type. thing.
Okay, oh yeah.
And-
They have a kitchen in the back.
Yeah, all
Okay.
that. But they like soul food the fuck out. Like, and they give
Okay.
you like your drinks in mason jars and like it's just a vibe. And then you have their chicken and waffles, and you're just like, now this is chicken and then waffles. And then at Roscoe's, it's like this is chicken and then there's some waffles. You feel me? Lolo's like, nah, we got you on that chicken, fam. You feel
How
me?
exposed to Texas are y'all?
I've been there a few times.
Because you're Hispanic, right?
I have family in
So
Texas.
like, yeah, exactly, same.
I haven't been to Texas.
You haven't been to Texas.
What part of Texas? That's a good question. Now that you brought it up.
I mean, I went straight down through. I mean, I have family in El Paso, but then yeah,
y'all
I
go
mean,
big,
I'm
go
Hispanic.
home.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hey,
I
I
actually-
talk Texas. I'm gonna use the restroom.
Nah,
yeah.
let's go, let's
I mean,
go.
I just got my 23andMe, and I want to make sure this ain't like you turned it off, right?
Probably not.
How do you do it?
Hold it.
Eso?
Yeah.
Orale. But yeah, I just I've been there a couple times, like visiting my family in El Paso, but like my wife has family near Houston, kind of.
Okay.
And like there's been a few times where she's flown there and we've driven back because she got like a new car.
Gotcha.
And then like recently we went through the Southwest nightmare.
So
Like in over the Christmas time,
Oh,
like
okay.
Southwest like shut down all flights.
Yeah.
We were supposed to fly there and then fly back to Mexico and have our honeymoon like that we've been putting off in Mexico. And like it just Southwest fucked up. So we had to rent a car from Texas and drive back again. So like I've done the drive a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
And so it kind of ain't no thing now, especially because I've been to Burning Man too. Like after doing Burning Man, nothing's hard anymore. Like it feels like you're living in a war zone, but it's also like the best time ever. But like the hardships that you overcome, like of your endurance, like it's just a perspective change, man.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I've been through some shit
I
with
feel
that.
You, I feel you. Damn, that's crazy. Fucking having to drive back to where'd you have to drive back to in Texas after you guys didn't go to Mexico? Back
No,
here to
just from
California?
Houston straight back to Pomona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Damn.
directly back. Like we
It's
went
like what, 18 hours or something like that?
like 2.5 days.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Yeah. Ish. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You
Yo,
guys
I gotta
stopped,
tell you
or-
a stupid thing we did. We were going through everything and we, everything's like marijuana's illegal,
Yeah.
And then we kept finding places that had like Delta 8, Delta 9, whatever the fuck. And we're like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's entertain it. Let's get a couple of joints. Let's buy some
See
vapes.
what's up.
All right, whatever, before we stop
Delta
at it.
8, Delta 9. What
It's like replica weed almost.
Yeah, no. It's like a molecule that operates the same way that THC does, but
It's
not
fake weed.
exactly.
It's fake weed.
And it's legally fake weed, like legally, because it's not
It's a
chemically
thing?
the same
Yeah.
thing. But like the
Like
way that the
spice.
chemical
No, I'm
bindings
kidding.
are, it's like honestly, the dude broke it down, and like I mean, they were great. But here's the funny thing is, we were like, we'll buy it right before we got to our hotel. Right when we got to our hotel, we happened to have crossed the border coincidentally, and right across the street from our hotel was a fucking weed clinic. So we spent like $50 on like Delta 8 fucking shit.
Did
like
you end up
just,
smoking it?
yeah, we literally still have some. Like,
Oh, it wasn't that good,
yeah, no. Honestly, it tastes like spice. Do you remember spice?
Yeah. I don't want to. but
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. It tastes like
So,
spice.
I did spice one time, and I don't think I felt it. But like you asked me if I felt it. I ended up swinging on a swing, but I wasn't on the swing. I was underneath it,
Oh,
and the swing was swinging. And I wasn't high though.
Wow.
That was my swing experience on spice.
We
They
gotta-
banned that shit now, right? Spice like is fucking
Yeah.
legal.
I think so, but maybe they're just categorizing it differently nowadays. I don't know, because all I know is that flavor, that taste when I hit it out of the vape, it reminded me, because I used to date a girl that had to have a job, drug tester, and she needed to smoke before she went to bed. She needed to smoke before she ate, type of girl, and she's just like, I do spice like to get through it. You know what I mean? So I could pass on the tests, and I remember that smell. Like in the room, and like it just reminded me of that smell. It was like, oh, so that's why I'm like, it smells like spice.
Real quick,
Like-
back to Texas. Have you ever been to Chico's Tacos?
No, but Texas is awesome, man. There's good vegan food there. There's good. Oh, the barbecue is good.
Is there good vegan barbecue out there?
I wouldn't say
Bro,
vegan
there's no
barbecue.
such thing as good vegan barbecue, bro.
I
Fuck outta here.
No. In Mexico, the best vegan food I ever had, ever. Like
Mexico?
best. I had a taco that was like carne asada. It was made out of flowers.
Fire.
Yeah, like hibiscus flowers. It was just hibiscus flowers cooked like a limey texture, but like it was like you know how carne asada is like cooked kind of limey,
Yeah.
like in tough.
Yeah.
It was like those kind of tacos, but like it was really good. But like it was also in like dragon fruit tinged tortillas that were pink, so it was like pink
Oh,
tacos.
okay.
So it was a place called La Pitaya, and like that, it was great. Oh, the food there is so good. And then I had another homie find like a drug dispensary like that like had a menu like a menu, regular menu, but like literally everything. Like they sell it because it's decriminal. No, in Mexico. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry.
At the restaurant?
Yeah. No, by the restaurant.
Oh,
in the restaurant.
No, because it's decriminalized there. Like like a lot's been decriminalized there, so like the things are weird. Things are different.
I mean,
anyway,
yeah.
Next question.
Next question. This guy. Yeah, I just realized. I don't know why. That doesn't make sense. Good vegan barbecue. I feel that.
Nah, Mexico had good vegan barbecue food. It was everything there was good, and it was vegan too. Like they have vegan cheese, they had vegan everything.
Okay, I believe you. I'm not saying I don't believe you.
Yeah,
I've never had good vegan food, so that's why it's really hard for me to hear like anything good vegan. So I'm just like,
you're a steak and eggs type of person.
Yeah, a
little bit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
If I could wake up and eat steak and eggs every morning,
you're
I'd
part of
do
the
it.
Brendan Shaw Thick Boy Club. Like
fuck yeah. I don't mountain bike and shit, but yeah.
You know what I'm not down for? It's that impossible shit.
Okay, why?
It's just it's not
Why?
natural.
Okay,
it's just not natural. I don't know. Like it's
what is it made of? Is like a pea protein? Like what is it made of? Like
bro, it's just not. I don't know. Like I'm just.
Why is it called impossible? First of all,
it's
obviously possible.
It's just
an impossible burger.
Like that shit is man made, engineer made. I don't know. Like it's just.
So is good weed.
It's
though.
just not. Damn. God damn it. True. Like I don't know. Like
I mean, this don't look natural right here.
I mean, it was extracted from a natural
all the stuff that you're saying.
All right, look. So
I can't lie.
I've never had it good. Like it being good. Like I eat the whatever replica meat it is.
I ate Impossible before I came here.
Did you?
Yeah.
Impossible what?
No. I have the ground beef at home.
Oh,
and so well, cause my mother. Wow, my mother cooks a lot of like tacos and a lot of type of stuff, and so I try to like replace certain things. And so like besides that, my wife also likes to eat certain things, and so I try to buy like the brands that she likes.
I got you.
And the Impossible meat is the closest that like is near the Uncounty Valley, because if the thing is she doesn't like eating meat because she doesn't like eating meat.
I feel
she doesn't like she personally doesn't like meat.
Right.
It's not that like the whole animal thing. Yes, the whole animal thing for her, but also she just doesn't like the way it tastes. You know what I mean? And then like the like the red juiciness, like whatever, like that doesn't hit with her for some reason. Right. She likes cheese better. You know what I mean? So like,
good.
Yeah, and so like I can hit her with those type of recipes. Me on the other hand, I'm an omnivore. I'll go to Texas. If you got a barbecue going down, I am getting a slice. Like I am doing that. Like, but yeah, that's how I base my household like palate with.
You know what I will say? I haven't had good vegan food in terms of like meat and stuff, but I could say this: vegan pastries and like cookies are my favorite because they take out all like the shitty shit and like only put in like good like tasting flavors in the fucking pastries and stuff, and it just tastes so good. Some of them like melt in your mouth. So pause, but. Yeah, vegan pastries are fire. I'll give you guys that.
Beyond Just Happened. I'm sorry, I'm yelling in the mic.
Beyond
Just Happened. One of the Stiltwalkers, a homegirl named Bree. She's amazing. She bought a lot of her homies like to do the vegan street fair in LA on Sunday whenever we meet for something Insomniac related. Okay. And so we go there and there's a donut truck. Bomb donuts. She bought a shitload of donuts, didn't eat them. And so she left them and they all flew away. So like they all came over, they flew, we gave them a place to stay and they left. And I have like 5 donuts, vegan donuts too. Damn. One's like white Oreo, one's like chocolate, like one's this, like one's glazed, and like the guilt freeness of like, oh yeah, I'm not eating some gluten. Like,
you
I'm not
fuck
eating some
up these 5 donuts without guilt.
I mean, they might steal like a lot of calories and all that
Sure.
shit, but
No, I made it last. I made it like a thing. I'm like this.
like I'm gonna eat this one at 1:00, this one at 1:30.
It felt way better.
I'll eat half of each
Yeah,
tonight.
Okay.
yeah, it
yeah,
felt
no,
way
for
better.
For sure. And yeah, where I work at, like I'm always like meeting new people. I ran into this girl that makes vegan pastries and she gave me like vegan banana bread.
Ooh, yeah, bananas are dope.
Banana bread in general is fucking good. And now you veganed it. And I was like really I was like really on edge about it, but I was like, you know what? I'll do anything for the banana bread.
Yeah,
You know, recently I just got something like how would I say it, spoiled for me. Like I had vegan mac and cheese, and I don't know. It was just
Don't
very
say it was good, bro.
It was
I
not
will-
good.
Aight,
No, it was not
aight.
good.
Watch your fucking mouth, dog. Aight, like,
I'm in
It
the
was not
Velveeta
good,
house.
bro. Huh?
I'm in a Velveeta house.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know.
we do
Like I
Velveeta-
just there was something
Yeah.
about that vegan mac and cheese. It just wasn't like
It's not cheese. It's not mac and cheese. It's mac and
It's
vegan.
almond.
burn rubber on his fuck. Burn rubber. Burn rubber.
Nice. That's what it is, bro.
But yeah,
You ate
bro.
rubber and mac.
It was just God. It just
Mac
felt
and
like
plant.
it was
That's
just like-
Chad.
melted plastic, bro. I don't know, man. It was just fucking man. I don't know, bro. It was just at work. and
Okay.
shit.
Opinions. You haven't been to Texas. You have. Queso. Queso dip.
I
Queso.
fuck with that.
Have you had Texas queso dip?
Oh no.
Have you had queso Texas dip?
I want to say yeah.
It's a thing. It's
They-
like a specific thing.
Yeah.
It's this white cheese.
Got you.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a white cheese dip. You get cups of it to go.
Yeah, they'll serve it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes in like those.
It is like a thing of the South.
Mhm.
Like, and don't
it-
don't fuck it up.
It's
either.
not like
Like-
chips and salsa. They do that. Chips
Yeah.
and queso.
The recipe
but
gotta
it's
be on point.
but it's okay. So apparently, because I know how to make it now from scratch, you can look it up on YouTube. And like, if you got a girl that likes cheese, learn it. But you get a block of Monterey, and then you get like a processed sliced white cheese. Something in the process has like sodium phosphate, like the phosphates or some shit like that. It's a binding agent. Because like if you mix certain cheeses and certain things, certain fats, they don't bind. But that phosphate, whatever, it makes it bind. It's usually in cheap cheeses. Or otherwise, you gotta like actually add it yourself. Specifically, if you like find it, buy it on Amazon, whatever the fuck. But like that's if you're a molecular gastronomer. But anyway, that you mix that shit and it makes like a dip, like a goopy dip. You know what I mean? And it's like white cheese. It's so good. Oh my goodness.
Chipotle has their version of it. That's the
Do
closest.
they? Because I can tell you that my wife probably don't agree.
No, okay, that's what I'm saying. That's the
Yeah.
closest you could get. Like you'll find out.
Yeah. Because
It's like Chipotle.
like I literally after.
No, wait, no, my bad, not Chipotle. Panera. Panera has.
Oh
has
yeah.
their version.
Okay.
Panera has
Maybe.
their version.
Maybe. Yeah.
Sure.
Because she likes Panera too. Yeah.
No,
White
for sure,
girls.
for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Dances with white girls.
Nah, I feel you on that.
I'm about to say, how do you feel about white girls? Look
I
at
mean,
you,
I ain't
look at
tripping.
you
I ain't
thinking.
tripping. I ain't tripping on white girls. I ain't tripping on white girls. I ain't tripping on any girls.
I mean, I like to.
I
Be
like
bored,
girls.
so-
I like girls.
Yeah, no. Everyone is valid.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, facts. Okay, so let's pivot to
Yeah,
music
back
a
on
little
track.
bit.
Yeah. I'm so
Well,
sorry.
yeah, bro. Any new music coming up?
Yeah.
Yes.
You got going on, bro.
I have an
Any new
issue
projects?
with identity going on a little bit right now because I have like maybe like 6 tracks that I haven't released yet that I just need to release and publish, just pay for. And I've been like self-publishing. I've been realized, hey, thank you for leading by example. That self-publishing is kind of the way to go right now. And
Thanks.
like just do it. You know what I mean? And like I think I'm gonna be putting some stuff out soon. I just honestly need to pay for the art. There's a guy named Davis Hill. He's an amazing pixel artist. He's really young. And I almost feel like the one that he did for me, like, kind of really took off on his page. Like, I don't want to like talk too much or whatever about it, but like literally, like I think I mentioned earlier here, someone tried to steal the concept, like in the Philippines, like someone copied it. But it's this art, like, and like I have a gif of it, like it's just me floating and falling, and it's supposed to be basically
like falling in the sky.
yeah,
Okay.
it's basically me falling into the clouds. But like I tried to make it like a Game Boy like pixel art album cover, and there's a gif of it, there's like a video of it, and yeah. Anyway, that's like the first like rendition of the art that I was supposed to do. I was supposed to have like an album, but I didn't put it out. I only published one song confidently, and I think I'm really just gonna put the rest out. Like I'm just gonna pay for it, like just go for it. But the thing is though, is I kind of want to buy new visual art, like because I really believe that each song is like, especially because you have Spotify and like the art has to be something very specific.
As like its own visual, like its own visual identity.
Yeah, and also I want to pay the artist something. You know what I mean? So it's gonna probably cost like $300 for a new design at least to like 600. You know what I mean? So like it's a thing like I got to think about and pay for. But also like the music's done, and that's the point. And besides that, that's a whole project that's behind me from 2020. I've been writing music now recently that's like a little more drum and bass focused, a little less melody focused, honestly. Because the thing is that I've been doing a lot mostly melody. And I think that what I'm missing is more like groove and like fun and like set functionality. You know what I mean? Like
set functionality.
Because like I do a lot of music that I almost like is inspired by video game music, and like there's like that world buildingness audibly that like I try to like impose on my music, and I feel like especially with the scene, like not only to respect it but like to like keep a set going, that like I gotta write music that are more like banger. You know what I mean? Like, and so I'm trying to like write a little bit more drum and bass music like that, which I'll be releasing soon. But like I keep thinking about like, oh my god, you have like 6 songs you haven't released yet. You have to publish them, and then you have to buy the art for them. And I'm like, ah. So like I have to remember that like that body of work I want to stay aesthetically like set with visuals and everything, and then like on the stuff that I'm working now, it's going to be released way later, but I also am going to be focusing on visuals for that too. And I have to realize where this world that I'm going with. I'm mostly focused on the Byronic stuff of music right now. The Byron Scott music has been taking a pause a little bit because I've really been like focused on Space Taco with my Byron Scott stuff. And honestly, it's not really been going anywhere right now because I haven't been able to get out, much. And like the club scene really requires you to get out, especially when the house scene, it's like a very now thing that's happening.
That's a whole different scene in general.
Yeah. And like when I was first raving and promoting for Motive, like I learned that
when you were doing like 420 events.
420 Fest.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I used to. Kristen. She always saw me. Yeah, shout out Kristen Kaali. She just had her fucking drum and bass release job too. Go stream that.
Wait. On that note, this April 8th, she's featured. She's DJing.
Oh, she's playing.
Yes, she's playing for us.
Go see
at
her.
Dark.
Hey,
I'm so glad you mentioned her because she's not only doing great for her own promotion, but she deserves it because she's got her own reasons for doing her own
She's
thing.
been in the game.
Yeah,
for a minute. And
yeah.
honestly, very dedicated to music.
She deserves a spotlight. So we're gonna give it to her. We're gonna be at the Neon Bear Brewery on April 8th. Kaali's playing. Schematic is also playing. Phoenix is also playing. Who's from? I think she's from Arizona or New Mexico. I'm not sure, but I keep confusing those two. Either way, they're out of state and they deserve it. They're underdogs a little bit, and you should come and take dope photos so they can like keep getting recommendations to play bigger shows.
No, yeah. Big shout out to Kaali. And the rest of the lineup.
She's dope. She's dope. What was that?
But to the rest of the lineup. Like, shout out to all of them.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. What's funny is the first DJ that's playing at our show at Dark is the guy who DJs at the Insomniac, like, performer trials. Like,
Oh, there's a DJ for at the performer trials.
yeah, because you have to like understand like,
Oh, like while it's going, like
Yeah.
you're trying. Oh,
like,
I see.
like what you're only trying to be a techno dancer. You know what I mean? Like, what if someone just suddenly has you assigned for a dubstep set and like you're playing for Smokeland and you have to be like, whoa.
Just an actual.
You have to like fucking like be really good on stage, like so like or like hardstyle suddenly down, like you have to like know how to make it good.
Does the DJ have like creative control as to where it goes
Yeah.
throughout that lane?
They have to know kind of like to just make it a little bit everywhere. But anyway, the guy that normally does it, who has been doing it, who's also like the site ops manager, literally the guy who like makes sure where things are like at all on stage at every Insomniac event, like he's the opening DJ. His name is Logo 5. His real name is Jake. He's awesome. He's one of the dopest dudes I ever met. And like he's really cool. He's really chill, and you should see him. After him, we have Psychodivergent, which is a really cool DJ. So the funny thing is, the first two DJs are Asian, and we want to make sure that we have like a whole diversity thing that we're doing. And I'm really happy that we like coincidentally had two Asian DJs in the beginning. But like anyway, besides that, like he's really cool with his open-endedness with his genre. He likes to make really good music that's like really colorful. And I kind of told him to be a little more open-ended, and like he's gonna do more of a drum and bass set, but like he's gonna do what his thing is. After that, we have Kaali. Kaali has a couple new songs that she just released recently. She has
one was Popcorn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And she's been on TikTok. She's doing her thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, she's popping. She got
Yeah,
like 62,000 on TikTok.
She knows what she's doing.
She's on one, yeah, for sure.
And it's an honor to keep working with her. Actually, we were just talking. It's been 10 years since we've known each other. That's really cool. And but after her, we have Schematic, which is another homegirl that is from around the area that moved to like New Mexico, and then like has been doing drum and bass live streaming during the quarantine. And she kind of came over here, and like we're gonna give her a set. She's really dope. She's got a lot of friends that do fire. That's another thing we would do at our event. And then afterwards we have Phoenix, who I'm not sure if you're familiar with her, but she's been like pretty much on the up and up. PHNX, and she's really good. She's really great. Like I'm excited about what she's gonna do. I'm just happy to have her, honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure. No,
like,
that's a great addition to the lineup. No
yeah.
doubt about it.
I'm just like, we just gotta make sure everything's ready to receive those artists, because it's gonna be a fun time. And then like, there's craft beers from $6 to $7 up. You're not buying Coronas for $12.
That's dope.
True.
Where's it at?
Neon Bear Brewery, it's where the Pomona packing plant is. So it's right by town.
Okay, that's dope.
So it's nearby. It's in Pomona.
It's like
and like,
by the, by the Fox.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
By the Fox.
Yeah. Honestly, kind of. Like you could park your car by there and walk there. Honestly, honestly, if you felt like it.
Like, how long on the walk do you think? 5-10?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what time is
but you don't have to do that because there's parking lot there. But anyway, the thing is though, is that what we're focusing on with dark events is that we have kind of a chiller environment, and it's not a club environment. It's an artistic environment. We have 7 vendors that are going to be there, and we have 2 live artists that are going to be there that are like actively working on paint. The last event that we had, someone sold a piece that was $500. Someone made $500 on their art.
That's dope as fuck.
Yeah, and that's what we want to post. We want to like put the underdogs of art. We want to put queer art. We want to put cool art. We want to put goth undersung art. Like we want to like put the undersung people. And so we mostly focus on the art. And my wife, Samantha Sapphire Cirque, she's on Instagram a lot. She kind of is auditioning for and casting people for her performer clique. And there is a stage for it right there. And you're allowed to like come and show me what you got. You know what I mean? So like if you have fire, if you have flow, if you have whatever, while the DJ is just like flying like fire, you could just do your thing.
That's
Kinda,
crazy.
a little bit.
So like if you're performing like in that space and you want to get into that, like that's like they could go to this event and potentially be scouted.
So
by
if
Samantha.
anything, we're catering to looking for the performer side of the audience. So the audience ends up being mostly performer type people who know how to dance, people who know how to hang out, people who know how to vibe. So like the vibe ends up being pretty cool, pretty artistic, that appreciates it. But like, that's what we're trying to highlight. You know what I mean? Like that's like, it's really like Pomona's goth, queer, artistic, different space. That's what we want to be a safe space for. And like, we're curating differently. So right now we're doing drum and bass. And I understand that's kind of a hot thing right now. That's kind of a hip thing right now. But like, we honestly did have a list of homies that were like drum and bass, drum and bass, drum and bass. Yeah. And we're like, I think we can make like a list of like things to try to see if we can get momentum going. Maybe see if we could start making money. And then maybe see if we could start paying artists to like really, really like make bigger shows. And that's what we're trying to start doing right now. Because the pandemic happened, we stopped. Now we're starting. So we want to like build that up, make something. I have a lot of cool ideas for this next one on April 8th. We have like these big, like, I don't know what they're called, shipping containers.
Oh, right. Okay.
I have a lot of lights. I'm going to be lining them up with lights. It's going to look really, really cool. And it's going to be our first practice run doing that. But I think that we're doing this format that's not club format. It's 2 to 9 or no, I'm sorry, 2 to 9, 2 to 10 or 2 to like 11. I don't remember what it is. I'm a little tipsy. Sorry about that. But it starts early. And so if you have kids, whatever, you know what I mean? Like if you have like obligations, let's say you even have a gig at the end of the night, you could still show up and leave. You know what I mean? It's also during Pomona Art Walk. So there's a lot of really cool things going on during the events. You can go have a beer. It's free. And then like leave and go do your thing and then come back and see your favorite DJ.
I know some breweries are all ages. Is this event all ages? Because it's at a brewery or it's 21 and over?
It's okay. It's all ages in the sense that like if the responsible party is there.
I get what you're saying.
I'm not saying kids show up.
No, I get what you're saying.
But I'm saying if you happen to have a kid, it's cool. You could bring them. You're watching them. Right. If you happen to have a dog, bring them. It's cool. It'll be honestly cool. And there'll be a section where obviously you'll be comfortable having them. Like in case the speakers are in a certain direction and it's like too harsh on their ears or whatever. Like we have like plenty of outdoor space. We have a lot of outdoor space actually and a lot of indoor space in case you want to be a little more chill. And there's bathrooms. And we're also going to have a loaded baked potato vendor. So yeah, so like you could have as much bacon, as much asada, as much cheese, as much whatever with your baked potato while you're jamming with us doing drum and bass. And then you could also have like really, really, really good, well-priced craft beers. Like my favorite is the sour beer. It's I think it's called the Zap. And it's 4.5%, but it's $7. And like I'm getting a good sour beer for $7. You know what I mean? Like sour beers are usually a little more expensive. Yeah. Those are usually like $11 beers at a restaurant. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just good. Like they have like a Corona type beer. I think it's like $6. And like it like they have the game there. I was just kicking it there the last 2 times with Hitta. You know Hitta? Yeah. He's my homie. He's a homie. Him and his brother, Fabian, just Fabes, who is now Majin. But I ran into them and it's so cool seeing them. And like, yeah, I told them that they're gonna be there at April 8th. But yeah, Hitta's doing shit. Like Rave,
Space Shot.
Yeah. It's so cool seeing him because I remember some stupid I'm so sorry. Oh, I knew this moment would happen. I remember some stupid ass DJ spitting on Hitta's shoes. Because he was talking shit on him because he was like 16 years old. And like when I first started DJing, it was at Luna in Pomona. Like we were doing like these parties there, and there was a main stage and side stage. The main stage suddenly didn't have a DJ, and Hida, for lack of better, whatever his name was actually at the point, he was up there DJing and like on Serato and everything. He was just handling everything like that. Some dude who was older was like, "What the fuck?" He was 16 at the time, and he was just like tripping. He like literally spit on his shoes and like Fabian, everyone got in his face and like, wow, you know, it was like a thing. But it was just like, I remember that moment. I remember that moment. And then he became Hida, and then like things started happening. I was just like, oh my god, I remember that moment. I remember that moment.
Hey, let's just say it could have been a lot worse for Homeboy. Have you guys seen that video that's been going around where like some little ass kid starts hopping on the decks, and then this old man comes out
I
and
seen
just
that.
pushes him against the wall, and he just like knocks his head and falls and shit.
Like some like some younger person that just hopped on these decks at a particular establishment, and like I guess like the resident DJ there like was like, hey, nah, bro,
And like pushing him hard as fuck, and he hits him
Yeah.
his head against the wall and shit.
No, yeah, facts. I've seen that video.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Just saying.
No,
Just
yeah, it
saying.
could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, well, that's what's up, bro. I'm glad that you're doing
It's
these
crazy.
events.
I think there was maybe last year in I want to say May maybe or June. They had the Pomona Art Walk there, and I DJ'd for quinceañera there.
Oh,
But it was like a sober quinceañera, like that was going on, and anyone on the walk could go in and stuff like that. It was for an organization that was throwing quinceañeras for like underestablished, like low income homes and stuff like that.
okay.
So it was like an event like that, and the whole like art walk place was pretty dope. Like the whole atmosphere.
The
there
art
really
walk
cool.
is dope.
Yeah, they got a lot of dope shit going on there.
So at dark, we're really starting all over, and we're kind of starting slow. We're really starting on a set where we're like trying to like highlight performers mostly. Sam works with Burning Man. She works with other things. And it's really cool because we see a lot of like fire conscious people like that scene. Like not only like if you only want to be about it like that, it's a lot of hot people. You know, like it's a lot of like really people who are able, capable, creative, and dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, and it's dope. And like it's cool seeing everyone safely have a place to be and like hang out. And not only with that, like musically, I feel like we'll get to the point where we're gonna find out with how we can make the money to pay for better acts. We know we want to have you there at our like coming up.
Do you know what happened?
No. We're gonna have you there coming up, but like the thing is though is that we're also trying to make like an artist showcase coming up soon. That like to where it's not so club oriented or whatever. Like it's to where it's like a concert. Like like at this hour, this person's gonna play what the fuck they want to play for that hour. Right. And then at this hour, that person's gonna play what the fuck they want to play for that hour. And then like I run lights and everything like that. And now that I know that we could do what we can with like the shipping containers and like my lights, I'm gonna see how I can make like theatrical. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like
yeah.
so like it'll be like a daytime, like I kind of want to make it like a record release party type of zone.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like
this
and it's a
vibe.
brewery. Like
Yeah, it's a good
they have
vibe.
baked potatoes. You know what I mean? Like
Dude, that's a great combo.
yeah. So like, you know, like have your record release party CD for your EP release party or single release party. You know what I mean? Like live stream it, whatever the fuck. But like I'll do the lights and like that's what we're trying to do with Dark.
Yeah. Now I have a concluding question before we get to your announcements. Going back to like the whole performing, like at these music festivals, like is it pretty hard to get into that, or can someone that's wanting to get into it that doesn't have that experience, are they able to get like mentored into it? Like can anyone try to perform in Insomniac if they don't got the experience to perform like as a like working the puppets or
The
anything like
dancers.
that? Yeah, the dancers. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
you have to be like pretty experienced already.
Because there is an annual performers audition tryout. There is. And we have to respect that. We have to do that because it's very specific. It's very big. And if anything, it's very respectful if you do it that way. But at the same time, like there's been times where there's smaller like gigs that accidentally don't get pulled up because some people like call in sick, like some people are alternative, so they like move to other gigs. Like a lot of things are built by body type. Like there's a lot of women who are specifically tall, and there's a lot of women who aren't that tall, and like they can move them around. You know what I mean? To different to gigs, and so like sometimes like their availability will open, but like I don't know, like it depends. It really depends. I think you should audition if you're trying to be interested into it. However, if you know a friend and that person is vouching for you, then that is valid. But that person is vouching for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't fuck up. Like, my first EDC, there was a girl there who was more focused on having sex with someone who was working in construction at EDC. And it kind of fucked my day up a little bit, excuse my language, because I was trying to get to the camp to party. And she was like, no, I'll take you. And she met a dude. And I was like, okay, I'll follow you. And like, we ended up following and like went to nowhere and ended up like, basically it was one of those things where my party was right here. I was right here. And I ended up getting like dragged to here, and then back to here. And then I was like, okay, I need to still get here. Like, and so you see how there's people that are not serious that are there.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's EDC or like it's
nocturnal. Just trying to get there. Like, regardless if like if they get an audition.
It's the
like,
thing. You know what I mean? They can get away with what they can get away with, and that might reflect in their work.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And that's up to them to get reprimanded. But like at the same time, like I've been lucky. Like I said, I'm married into the company at this point. So like it's in my better interest to behave.
Let me ask you this. If someone showed up to the auditions and all they did was trap arms and like dub fingers, bro, are they getting in?
Maybe,
and rhythm fingers.
but
just like,
but maybe on a different, like they might be a puppet.
Okay.
Yeah, they might be a puppet.
Okay. I got a shot. Let's go.
Yeah. No, honestly.
How my rhythm fingers, bro?
Because what it shows is that you're comfortable with your body.
That makes sense.
Like,
and that's what they're looking for.
Because they're gonna put you in a Zentai suit.
What's a Zentai suit?
That's that like you know you see Green Man?
I got you. And
that's Zentai suit. Like yeah, that's the Zentai suit. So like if we have costumes that are like all the colors, there's a blue guy, there's a purple guy, there's a red guy, there's a yellow guy, there's a green guy. There, you know what I mean? Like
I'm down if I'm white. That's the closest I'll ever be to white.
With the brown face, like they're like Willy Wonka, like going through the TV and shit.
Let's go.
I've always been curious about that. Like if the auditions are pretty intense, or if it's just like
it's kind of cool.
Like you're able to like it shows what you got type shit, right?
I'll tell you this. I know a lot of so
artists got talent.
Yes. And artists are artists. Artists are all dramatic in every way. And you're an artist. All of us are artists. We all have our own drama. You know what I mean? Like, but whatever. The funny thing is, every time I've ever heard any girl or a person like who went through auditions, they were like, I didn't dance to the song, to the genre that I wanted to. Like, it was a girl who liked like techno and house, had to do dubstep. Like, so like, it's like one of those type of things.
It's like, yeah, like
because that's what your work is gonna have to do. Was like, oh, so they're not playing a house song, so I can't dance to this. So I'm sorry. Like, no. You are out there at 9 something on so and so.
Excision might stop playing dubstep and start throwing in some hardstyle shit, bro.
And then you're going to Matroda 30 minutes after that.
There you
go. So like
versatile.
So exactly. And you have to understand how to like be like crowd appropriate, like especially if you're a character, like you can't just be like twerking. You know what I mean? Like
what?
Twerking. Like let's say like your dream state. Dream state?
Okay, that makes sense.
Dream state?
You see those girls with the LEDs twerking? Like no, they're being beautiful. They're being out there like they're not there just like twerking, you know what I mean? Like
bro. I don't know
okay, so who's DJing? GTA? Or
at Dream State.
or Gabriel and Dresden. By the way, do you know who Gabriel and Dresden is?
No.
Oh, okay.
And Justin.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I wasted that.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never been to Dream State, and I've never seen twerking at Dream State, which honestly
That's just
sounds
right.
interesting.
Yeah.
Twerking at Dream State.
I can see someone DJing to Fred again. I mean, twerking to Fred again.
Okay. Yeah. Seriously.
I can see it.
He just did Mexico. So
Can you see anyone twerking at Millennium?
yeah, I've seen it.
Have you? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen it. I've seen people passed out and twerking equally near each other
Oh, shit.
at EDC Las Vegas on my second time. I was
What up above and beyond?
Ooh, see, you're naming my shit now. So Above and Beyond is the shit, and yes, I've seen both.
What? It's everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
No genre safe.
Those are
Always some twerking.
those are extremes.
No facts. There's gonna be some twerking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter what genre.
There's
Like,
gonna
Yeah.
be some
you're
twerking.
gonna find somebody that they're just gonna express some.
No,
it's
my
twerking,
my
bro.
wife is
It's a
twerking
dancing.
right now, listening to this. Right now.
It's a
Like-
podcast and she's twerking.
like honestly, I think you could twerk to anything.
She's like, never gonna see again. Yeah, like,
True. Not.
yeah.
They gonna twerk. If
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
one thing, it's they gonna twerk.
You can't stop the twerk. You can't stop the twerk.
Last best twerk artist. Go.
Best twerk artist.
Eh,
That's a
eh,
good
on
question,
your
'cause I was
radar.
into
On
twerk.
your radar.
I was into twerk for a minute.
Twerk. Damn. And honestly, yeah, I'm not gonna say caked up.
I was gonna.
Ooh.
Not gonna say caked up.
Uh,
Twerk. It's good. That's honestly, damn, you kid was a throwback, bro.
it's hard to even think
Twerk.
of the fucking artist.
Are y'all on?
Bro, twerk.
Yeah. Are y'all on?
I think
Twerk.
twerk, bro. Like, I think twerk was a really good twerk duo. Like, when twerk was happening, the duo Twerk, like their whole catalog was running that shit for a good couple years, like in the twerk space.
Milo Notice dropped some twerk, right?
Yeah. Milo Notice had some twerk.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry for hitting the goddamn mic. I'm sorry.
Here.
Where are y'all based out of?
Here.
From
Well,
here? Always here?
Nah,
Yeah.
so
I've
I
been
mean,
here.
up until
Been here.
I want to say like middle school here, but I moved around. My dad was in the military, so I moved
Okay.
everywhere.
Okay. So you based off of like seeing the Insomniac hitting like North Center, Summerwell type shit.
Here, yeah.
Like those are like your staples. Like of like
Yeah.
the big events that are happening and then everything else in between.
yeah, for
Okay.
EM, yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
This is my gauge for and then Vegas. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Vegas is a whole thing. What are you doing for Vegas? How do you do that?
What do you mean? What am I doing for Vegas?
Yeah, like have you done EDC Vegas?
yeah.
I have.
You done Vegas?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I do hotel.
Where?
Right nearby. I'll do them. Oh, well, actually, I've done a hotel or a motel, but the next time I go, I think I would camp.
Damn.
I want to.
Okay, so I camped at employee camp. My first year that I worked there,
That looked weird.
the
Like
Air Force does their test flies at 6 a.m.
Holy shit.
So like you're barely getting there, maybe like brain fried, like 4 or 3 in the morning, maybe you're like,
To go
oh,
to
I'm
sleep.
gonna go down.
Oh shit.
For an hour.
Damn, I didn't think about that. You see,
And
I thought-
they do that because the air base is right there.
yeah.
And it was ridiculous. And like it's literally like you're camped next to everybody. So maybe your homeboy is like partying, maybe whatever, but like you're also next to the guy who's doing the construction and the rigging and the whatever.
yeah, I seen the camp that
Yeah.
was for the staff that year.
Yeah.
It was not. It didn't look pleasurable, to say the least, bro. To say the least. Like
Electric Forest and shit like that provides better.
I want to go to bro. That's my dream festival right there.
I'm
I've never
working
been.
lightning in a bottle.
Really?
Yes, I'm working it. I'm
That's
gonna be a
lit.
PA.
That's lit.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations, bro. That's,
Thank you. My wife. Damn it. Like
That's fucking amazing.
I gotta show you one of her homegirls.
For sure. Let's go, dog. Let's go. Like, nah, Electric Forest. Honestly, that's my like dream fest. Like, that's it for
The
me.
cool thing about her and her so her and her partner, one of her girlfriends, they all like are seamstresses also, as well as performer artists, so they know how to make costumes. Therefore, they know how to like pitch ideas. So like companies like Lightning in a Bottle and Electric Forest, they buy like wandering people. And so like they try to make the concepts that get bought by the company. So they get paid to go there and paid to be there and paid to camp. I'm getting paid to look after them at Lightning in a Bottle. So I'm gonna get like meals and then I'm gonna like also like get paid on the hours to like make sure they're there, and then I'm cool after that. Like,
that's dope as fuck. Now you're getting paid to be there.
Yeah, I encourage if you're into the show, if you're into the magic, it's literally like working at Disneyland, but you're working at your favorite rave.
Yeah, that you're basically cultivating the culture, bro. Like you feel me?
Yes,
like that's dope as fuck. That's dope as fuck.
Thank
like
you
it so much.
No, literally, because the abuelita or the person or whatever that sees that person in the costume that's like, or like does the thing or like whatever, there's like that moment that they remember forever. Like exactly that they remember that shit.
And then they
like,
become part of the culture and want to keep
and you're in charge of that. So like that's what I do at Insomniac. And like you could do that too. I can help you out. Yeah.
Damn shit. I mean,
I'd be down as fuck.
Okay, damn. I mean,
I can get you in.
I gotta stretch, but you know.
Yeah.
I haven't stretched in a minute. But...
No. My so my on my digital watch, I have a face on it that has like the Camelot wheel for like mixing.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
So like I can like do that, but also like I could do it to where it has my schedule and like for where everyone's supposed to be. So like that's the job. That's it. Just make sure everyone's on time. Like
be punctual. Like the show's got a schedule.
Well,
and like
there's a media team, and they're there at certain points on the field to get like photos and videos of like certain characters because they have Instagram posts to make at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool because like it's a lot of magic. Anytime anyone sees you, they're like, like it's dope.
Yeah, it's crazy you talking about this and then me looking at like the social media of Insomniac and the way how they post.
I can show you my friends.
Yeah, like you'll be able to pull up Insomniac.
And then we're a family. Like, and then when we're off, we're partying in the VIP. Like all together. Everyone's a fucking breakdancer. Like we're like
yeah, that's how so
and,
like that
we have our own dance circle and shit. Like
that's crazy. So like it's a whole like a show family, bro. That's the vibe.
It's a part of the culture.
Yeah.
It's a part of the West Coast culture at this point. Because a lot of our friends are here. And like in Mexico, there was a couple of like Miami fam there, and like it was cool to hang out with them, you know, because I know I'm ever see them. You could do EDC Orlando if you could travel out there. You know what I mean? If you have friends out there, you know what I mean? Like, but it's just fun because like you're putting your energy out there to be energy for other people's energy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's so magical. Like it's crazy. It's like some top-notch circus shit. Like
no, it really is, bro.
Yeah.
Like how you talking about it?
Yeah.
How everything's all coordinated.
Yeah. No, like I said, my wife's a Stiltwalker. She does fine. Like, and then not only that, through that, she helped me get to Burning Man. My first night of Burning Man, I got to go back to back with Gabriel and Dresden. We're like Dave Dresden, who like I don't know if you ever heard the song Motorcycle, like you know what? Like I'll just sing you the song, but like he's literally like I'm not gonna like impersonate it out loud right now because I'll embarrass myself. But like he's a really noticeable trance DJ, and like I happened to go back and back with him because of like Burning Man circumstances. It was insane. Like he was one of the headliners of like the big night. Like there's a song. There's the and life goes on. Da 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 da. Like motorcycle. Like look up motorcycle and the rush comes. And the rush comes. And the rush comes. Like the guy that made that song. Like I back to back with them because our decks were fucking up and he only brought one form of data on accident. because the other one like fat 32'd on him or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? And then so he was like, "You got a USB?" And I was like, "Yeah, here you go." And so he was on and he was playing my music and I was out there dancing. I was like, "Oh my God, he's playing a song on my," like I could tell when he was A and Bing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dave Dresden, like Dave, trance idol, like, and like at our camp, because our homies at our camp were like kind of OG. And then this is Monday, our first night of Burning Man. And then so after a while, I passed by him. He was like, "Hey, this is kind of weird. You know your USB better than I do. You want it back to back?" I was just like, "Ah!" And then so fucking we played for like 2.5 hours.
Damn.
Like together. Like I played with someone who like look up Gabriel in Dresden, like
That's
on
some Burning
Google.
Man
It's
shit.
huge. He's a huge, iconic trance DJ. And like he just happened to be my homie's homie. And like I back to back with it. I have pictures of it. It's all over my shit. It's like it's all over my Twitter. I'm very proud of it. But like it was just crazy playing OG songs and him like singing them like next to me. Like I played like the desert missed the rain, like the desert missed the rain, and I miss you. And like he was like the playa miss the rain. Like it was just crazy playing with like a trance idol, and he's like singing songs back to me that I'm selecting.
Right.
Like, and I'm just like ah! Like
Vibe.
it was just, and then like the funny thing was most of the crowd was like looking at me like, "Oh, like you're doing it!" Like, "Oh my God, yes!" Like everyone like knew, like, and it was just like a dope moment. And
So
then
you
like
just had a bunch of trance music on your USB.
it wasn't like trance music. But the funny thing is like I like okay. He's a more mature DJ, I will say, and by that I mean he sees like a blur between trance and techno and like throwbacks. You know what I mean? And that can somehow have a housey element in which keeps the crowd going. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So like Above and Beyond. He literally played the set right before Above and Beyond. Like at Burning Man. So like that kind of set.
Above and Beyond was at Burning Man?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right after. Yeah.
Shit,
yeah.
are you
Yeah.
kidding
Oh
me?
yeah. Oh yeah. I was there. I was living my best life.
Oh,
And
I
fucking-
never thought Above and Beyond. at
I
Burning
looked like
Man.
a sand
reals, no,
warrior
for
in
reals.
Star Wars. I had like draped everything like a white, like with shit with the goggles and shit. I was
The
just
way I
like,
look at Burning Man is that's like a no rules. Like everything goes. Like you're gonna run
Fire.
into anyone, everyone. It's for like
we had Ghastly
types
play
of
at our
people.
set, at our camp, like randomly.
I had a professor when I went to ASU. I did an intro music class there, and I had a professor talk to us about him going to Burning Man, and he was like, "Yeah, Diplo just walked into our RV, just rolling by, and we ended up just talking, kicking it." And I was
Ooh, I saw Justin Martin at a little like a art.
like, "Ricky Martin?
No, no, Justin Martin. You know Justin Martin?
I think so."
Justin Martin's
I saw some other-
amazing, great drum and bass, but great house artist on Dirty Bird. And I saw them at an art installation,
Yeah,
and they were playing like a drum and bass set, like specifically, which they don't normally do. And it was dope hearing them play songs that they only play at the desert, at that spot that they only play. It's a big Dirty Bird artist, and I'm just like there, and literally he's right here, and I'm right here with my babe. We're like, yeah, and he's just like, yeah, like he's just like playing, like you can climb up whatever the fuck you want to climb up, and like you're partying. Right after that, he played a set next to a bunch of like shipping containers, where it was like a set right there, and it was surrounded by shipping containers, and literally you had the freedom to climb on top of them and like dance on top of them, and it was dope. It was like, like it was dope, and he was just playing like remixes that you only hear there, like so it's dope because that's not being recorded.
Yeah, very exclusive.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
And so like Burning Man's just interesting. Like Blondish played like a bunch of dope sets out there. Like there's a bunch of dope DJs that play a bunch of dope sets out there. It's like I saw Infected Mushroom out there. Oh, that was amazing. Whoa, they had their whole band out too. Wow. And they had a bunch of fire. And there was a big ass fire circle where people were just like battling fire. and like just doing like the most. Like just like they had like their crazy toys, they had their crazy things. There was like the pirate guy, pirate gentleman. They had a bunch of carts that are like Burning Man carts that shoot fire. So like at certain sets, like the sets will be surrounded by a bunch of art cars that specifically shoot fire out that are doing it to the music. So not only is the stage doing it, but everyone else that has their own art car is like doing their own thing, reacting to the music. And like it's just insane. It's just you and your bike and whoever the fuck you're with. And just fucking oh, it's so great. Go to Burning Man.
It's definitely something I'm gonna have to do and be on mushrooms at the all times.
I had a friend give me like a freezer bag full of mushrooms. Like, here you go. Like it was chips.
Okay.
That sounds like a vibe. Let's do it.
Yeah. And then you're at a camp. It's literally like Star Wars. It looks like Tatooine,
Yeah,
or Afghanistan.
I always see like handheld videos and phone videos and stuff, right? Everyone has like the fucking bandanas over their face.
It's
riding
sexy.
Bikes everywhere. Like
I was driving by this camp that like had pickle shots. They're like, hey, you look thirsty. You look thirsty.
Yeah.
You need a pickle shot. I was like, you know what? I think I might. And they had like whiskey shots with picklebacks and everything like that. And they gave it to me for free because nothing cost anything out there.
Free,
Yeah. And so if that's what they're doing, that's what they're doing. Like at one point they had like cucumber sandwiches at a spot. They had miso soup at 2 a.m. at one spot. So if you're like need respite and you just stop at the miso soup bar, they give you a bowl of soup. Like, here you go, thank you. Like refill, thank you. You know what I mean? Like it's beautiful.
I gotta just 1 year, bro.
You need friends.
Just 1 year. We gotta do EDC Mexico, Burning Man, Electric Force, and then like let's just throw in fucking
the Flagrant 2 episode about Burning Man.
I've seen it.
The most accurate. I went to that Burning Man, but it's the most accurate description about it. Like literally, it was like I was watching it as they were talking about. I was like, yeah, that was it.
I heard that was like the longest like exit line in like all
7 hours for Exodus for us.
Yes,
it took 7 hours to get out.
I heard some
because
people
here's
like
the thing.
12 hours
There's the man that burns, and we were part of Fire Conclave. So we were part of the fire dance that happened at a certain section around. So like if you're looking at the man and like it's a clock, like there's a mount like where the cities are, and then there's like fire dancers that happen all around here. We were like around here, and like we we do our thing. You get to watch the man burn, but the day after is the temple, and the temple is something where like you put like pictures or things of loved ones that you want to burn. You know what I mean? Like it's very somber. Like you crying when you walk in because you feel that energy. It's all left from other people. Where how woo woo you want to be about it. You know what I mean? Like you literally see it and you feel it, and then like like when it's very somber when it burns because it's like you're letting all your people go. Yeah. We had an artist homie named Usurps who like rest in peace Usurps. He based in triangle art, and like the temple was made out of nothing but triangles, and like we were just like crying, and like we watched that burn. And the thing is, people wait for that to happen, but like because of that, the traffic. Oh, everyone waits for that. And then they leave right away. And then so you're literally in like every 2 hours, it moves this much. Damn. And then 2 hours. Like, oh, it was bad, but it took 7 hours for us to get to the exit
of the Burning Man.
Yeah.
And then I had to go get gas.
Because we like of where we were at. We had to get to here to exit. So like literally it took 7 hours to get to the bottom crescent of the whole festival because of the traffic, because everyone saw temple burn. So like, yeah, it's a big thing to like sit there and be there. But at the same time, like you have to think about like the momentum of the festival, you know? And honestly, like I used to go to Ozfest. So like whenever I saw Zach Wild doing his like solo break, get the fuck out, because like they have like 4 more songs left. You can get out before the Exodus happens. Right. It's literally called the Exodus. Like but yeah, it's nuts.
I'm about to look forward to it, bro. Yeah, I'm about to try to come out to your next one for sure.
I say you're gonna spend like a couple grand, but also it's a example of you like exercising your credit. Like you as an adult should be building your credit.
For sure.
But also like like rent a van, rent some things, put some things on a payment, spend like $2,000 on like supplies or whatever for your camp or whatever, like or like shipping stuff or whatever, like, and like gas. But like it felt like a big adult expedition, but like it didn't cost me more than like $3 or $4,000. But like it did cost a lot. Like because I rented a van, like I bought like camping like sun stuff, like sun covers,
right? Because it's real hot out there.
Oh, you know what was really funny about being there? We were 3 degrees lower than LA was those days, that weekend. For some reason, LA had a heat wave, and it was actually hotter in LA than it was in Burning Man that weekend.
Damn.
Yeah, it was really
that was
really
a lucky
dumb.
year for Burning Man.
Yeah, it was really, but it was still hot as fuck. And then you're on a bike, and you're like, "Hey, you want to go to the blah blah blah?" Sure, that's a 2-mile bike ride. Like, and so you have to have a good bike. Oh, also because of the quarantine happened, so the road wasn't well beat. There was a bunch of areas where like the dirt was like well beat, and then it was like blah, 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 and then it was soft sand. So your tires will go zoom, like into the dirt, and then so you have to like, you know what I mean? Like, so the playa is pretty crazy. And so that's why there's people with like electric bikes, but when you have the electric bikes, you kick dirt out everywhere. So you make like clouds and you look like an asshole.
Yeah. Is that what people think about the electric bikers?
Because you're like,
yeah, with an actual bike.
Yeah.
Like,
like, oh fuck, I gotta put my shit on now. Like, thanks. Like,
oh damn. Hey, no e-bikes at Burning Man. Shit, be courteous. But hey, bro, you trying to get some tempos?
Yeah, let's do it. Actually, can I go to the bathroom?
Hell yeah. You got you.
I'm gonna run.
Handle. But everybody get some tempos right now. No, but going back to what you were saying about going to one of these festivals, no, for sure, like the next festival that's like international, at least EDC Mexico. For sure, that's like been on like my list for a minute, and I think I'm pulling the trigger next year. Yeah, because from what Byron was like talking about, yeah, I think
it sounds ridiculous.
It sounds like the energy that I first experienced in 2014, where when he definitely described like how it is when going out to like certain like shows or music festivals in LA, like not a lot of that like, I guess like, oh, like what are you, blah, blah, like everyone's all like real like very eager to like engage with each other, like be social, have a great time. Like egos thrown out the window type shit. Like it's real nice. Looks like a real nice time, to be honest. And I definitely want to visit Mexico City specifically too. I've never been there.
Same.
It's always a great time in Mexico. Always a great time.
Almost always. Almost always. Been through some shit in Mexico.
Oh damn. Well.
Been through some shit for sure.
Damn. Well, sorry to hear about that. But yeah, like I said, next year, definitely it's like on my list to do. We talked about Europe too, going to UK for a show, and that'd be nice. Or anywhere, just international. To be honest, anywhere, I'm down to settle.
Yeah, let's go to North Korea. How do you think their shows are?
Bro, they don't think they got shows, bro.
I think they got underground shit, bro.
Damn, bro, that would be tight, but
you don't know.
We don't.
What if they have like just some futuristic Wakanda shit, bro?
Do y'all provide sound?
What do you mean provide sound?
I need sound for dark.
We can get you sound. Yeah, we know people for sure. I got you. Yeah, dude, we're getting ready to guess tempos.
Oh, there's water in there.
Yeah. Cowboy style.
Hey,
wow.
Clean. Texas style. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm lying, but
actually, that's how you're supposed to enjoy whiskey. You're supposed to dilute it with water.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, or it depends on what whiskey you're drinking, apparently. But I remember I hung out with Ellen Ekdahl. It's a dope trance, like Swedish DJ who lived in Japan, and she was like, "Yeah, I've seen Japanese dudes who try to drink like that, like 'cause they're gentlemen or whatever the fuck."
Because like it's just too strong and like they just want to.
That's just how they enjoyed their whiskey there.
Oh, I feel
Yeah.
that. Okay.
But like apparently, like cutting it with water is like how you drink it, and it doesn't like doesn't
I
hit
feel
you.
you. Well, yeah, man. Let's get to guessing tempos, bro. We're gonna guess tempos. Any last minute announcements that you haven't shared that you want to share to our live audience, to YouTube, SoundCloud?
In Adelanto on April 7th, there's a festival going on there at a baseball field hosted by Novocaine. And on the second stage, it's going to be hosted by Casa Sucia. I'm going to be running lights and I'm also doing a set. I don't know what time, but I think you should show up because it's going to be really horny and really dope. And it's going to be fun. I'm going to be doing as best as I can on the lights. The day after is going to be dark events. And we're going to be doing a drum and bass show from 2 to 9. And it's going to be dope. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of artists. We're going to have some live artists there. We have a lot of fire and flow people playing. It's going to be really dope, really fun. I think it's just, if you're excited about art and excited about the alternative at all, you should try to show up. And it's cool because it ends before 9. So if you have plans at the nighttime, you can still do your thing. And it's next to the Pomona Art Walk. So you could also check that out in between. It's free entry. And there's no, like bars on you for ins and outs. So it's mostly about fun, mostly about the underdog. You should come support.
No. Any last words for today's episode, Robert?
Check out the track I just dropped on my SoundCloud. It's an edit. Well, so it's a remix or like a bootleg right now, but I'm gonna be releasing it on platforms as an original. So right now it's just exclusively out on SoundCloud.
All right, for sure. I think that should be it for me too. Yeah, I'm down to just start guessing tempos. You ready, Byron, for
Let's do
the
it.
tempo challenge?
What's your last song you released?
Last song I released was Galaxy.
Galaxy. Go download and check out Galaxy
Yeah,
on
everywhere.
Spotify. Streaming everywhere.
Got a new track coming out April 13. It's called Got That Power.
There you
Really
go.
excited for that.
There you
Drum
go.
and bass.
That's how you
You
do a
already know.
show.
You guys are tuning in to this new episode with our guest, Byron Scott or Byronic Scott. Whichever alias, you're going to get the best.
Byronic Scott is my Instagram name. Byron Scott is my house and electro name. Byronic is my drum and bass and color bass name. But please believe I will be releasing music on both projects.
Let's go.
Awesome. We're going to leave your social media in the description so everyone can go ahead and stay updated on your journey. Hope you guys subscribe to the channel for more content. Hit the bell alert button to stay notified. Give us a thumbs up if you guys like today's episode. And follow us on social media at Lucid Tempo. Everywhere. Follow Zion Dawn on the social media. Follow myself at HUSKI Bass. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Have a great week.
Ayy.